Princess Leia's the bad guy.
Too early.
Oh, I went to the wrong one. I forgot I changed that. Pro streamer, guys. Pro streamer. I changed some stuff for yesterday. I forgot to change it back. It's Friday. How you doing? Welcome to D&D Friday Nights. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic evening. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good.
Good. Ready to get some kill on.
Get some murdering action going on.
That's right.
So, a couple of points because I've been forgetting to do this pretty much constantly. I've been meaning to show this for a couple of weeks.
What in the...
It's
Wow.
a dragon.
That's
a
the
big
boss.
It's
That's the boss tonight.
What am I looking at?
That
Sorry. Oh, there we go. That's awesome.
it's
It's adorable.
It's a big ass fucking dragon. That's what it is. That is an official.
You paint that?
That is God no. That is an official Dungeons and Dragons dragon from a slot machine.
What? From a slot machine?
From one of there's Dungeons and Dragons slot machines, and that is one of the official dragons from the top of one of those slot machines. They recently decided to go through a transition where they removed all of the dragons from their slot machines and put something else up there. And I'm not going to say how I got that one because technically I don't think I'm supposed to have it. But because they were supposed to all be destroyed. But
That's
I have
the best
one.
kind.
Yeah, but I have two actually. So yeah, I've been meaning to show that off, but I keep forgetting to mention it on stream. Chronic TV, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by.
Wait, so
So I'll trade you a signature bottle of bourbon for a dragon. Just saying.
did Wizards of the Coast make a slot machine?
Yes, it's an actual. Well, I don't know if it was made by Wizards of the Coast, but it's an
Well,
It's an officially licensed Dungeons and Dragons.
That's
slot machine.
That's nuts.
That's
That's
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Pretty awesome. Considering the fact that they're all supposed to be destroyed, that's even better.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I've got two of those. I'm working on finishing up my office a little bit more. I'm gonna rearrange some stuff, get some more shelving up, do a couple of things around, and I'm probably gonna mount those within view of my camera behind me somewhere. So that's going on. Well, Chronic, if you've always been interested in Dungeons and Dragons, man, hang out here with us tonight. Like we have fun. I hope that you have fun hanging out with us as well. But I certainly hope so. That's kind of the whole point of streaming this stuff. So, but hope you're having a good night, man. What have you been up to? Second thing I wanted to announce is that we have blown through my 200 follower goal that I had set for the channel. When I left for TwitchCon, we were at 134. By the time I came back from TwitchCon, from networking and talking to people there, I was up to like, by the end of the week after TwitchCon, just from all the delayed, everybody getting home and going through all the business cards and everybody that they talked to and pictures of people's badges and stuff. By the time that was all said and done, we went from 134 up to like 170 something, like 174, 175, I think. So a decent bump from TwitchCon. And then I found a networking stream who has, like, there's a guy who just hosted a stream every once in a while for people to get together and kind of network, which is where Chronic comes from. We found and followed each other through the networking thing. And for some reason, his channel has gotten banned, citing violation of terms of service, and I don't know what terms of service he violated, because it was technically counted as an IRL stream, which is allowed, so I don't know exactly what happened there to cause that channel to get banned, but through that, we went up to like 220 from the 175, plus a couple of regular actual follows from during streams and stuff recently. Went up to like 220, and then from a follow Friday today, I got another couple, so now we are up to 225 followers. So that's a thing. So I'm going to be going out and getting a set of really nice dice. If I can, it's probably going to be What? Oh, okay. He got banned for 24 hours because he was playing a game while in the IRL mode. He forgot to switch his thing, and they do crack down on that sort of stuff sometimes. Leading back to the conversation we were having before stream. If you break the actual rules, they will go hard on you. If you follow the guidelines of the rules, however thin of a line you follow them to, if you're within them, they don't care. So I'm gonna go out and get.
Out of curiosity, should I be reading a rule book? Like, what are the rules so that I don't inadvertently get you banned?
No
Don't
racist,
take your dick out.
No nudity on stream, no racist slurs. Basically, if you couldn't say it, if you wouldn't want to say it to the president and CEO of Twitch's face, you probably shouldn't say it on stream. Like, imagine that the CEO and owner of Twitch is, if you have any sort of racial or sexual bias, imagine that person is that racial or sexual bias, and if you wouldn't say it to their face without getting sued for $1 million, don't say it on stream.
So what about racial slurs against dwarves, like stone shitter?
I was getting ready to say, within the context of Dungeons and Dragons, you're probably fine. We can cuss on stream. It's marked as an 18+ stream, so there's no surprises there. So basically, yeah, just like Chronic says, common sense rules. If you think that something might potentially be a comment that is ban-worthy, avoid it, rephrase it, because I do like my channel. So,
I sort of figured.
But, so anyway, back to the point being is that since we blew through our 200 follower goal, I went ahead and moved it up for the next goal of being 500 followers. But for passing our 200 follower goal, I'm going to go out and get a nice set of premium dice, maybe just some really, really nice pretty dice, or a nice set of solid metal dice, something along those lines. And I will be doing a giveaway at the end of one of our D&D streams coming up soon after I actually get the dice, post some pictures, and officially announce the giveaway on Twitter and stuff. And it will be open to any followers within the United States who are actual followers of the channel. And it will have a small in-channel currency gold cost, just to show that you've actually been somewhat active in the channel and haven't literally just followed the channel to take part in the giveaway. So you'll have to have been in the chat for a little while. Don't have to comment. If you want to lurk, that's perfectly fine. Just lurk and watch the game and hang out. That's cool. I'm perfectly fine with that. Lurkers are the lifeblood of a lot of streamers, small streamers, definitely. But, I like it if people want to hang out and chat. But yeah, you'll have to have been in the channel for a little bit, ramp up a little bit of that gold just so that you can spend it on your entry for the giveaway. And then it'll be open to any follower in the United States who's been hanging out in the chat for a little bit. So that'll be a thing that we're doing as soon as I decide on the dice that I want to give away. I'm also working on a partnership with, I'm not going to name any names because it's not certain yet, but I'm working on a partnership potential with a gaming or a dice company that actually that's all they do is they sell really cool dice to basically, I would promote them on streams, promote them on Twitter occasionally, and they would send me dice to use in giveaways and things like that. So that's hopefully up and coming, but they're really busy working on some other stuff right now, and we're hashing out the details. So that would be super awesome because we are primarily a D&D stream. So being able to give away dice and some other stuff would be awesome. So, what do you guys keep posting in Discord? What you guys going on about? Oh, your CIA fidget spinner. I've seen the companion cube dice. Those are pretty cool. Unfortunately, they don't actually exist except if I were to 3D. There's a D20 that I can get from Thingiverse and print. It would be a difficult print. 100% sticking around to watch, man. Keen on see how it goes. Never actually seen a game played either, but no, everyone knows you, of course. I was interested. Cool. All right, Chronic. Well, we're about to actually dive into it. There's a bit of history and backstory to this campaign and what's been going on. So you may not fully understand everything right off the get-go, but we can start off if someone would like to give us a brief recap of what happened last
Okay.
week.
Well,
who
I'll give
wants
it
to
a
do
go here. We have all.
Or extra bonus if you want to give a more broad scope. Overall kind of campaign start to now. Just very brief, very summarized, like thin line points of what brought us to this moment and then what happened last session to actually give us like where we are.
I think I can handle that. We are special investigators for a city, and through the course of probably a few months to better part of a year, we have been going through some investigations that were started with the daughter of one of the richest people in the city. She had some concerns because she had heard some rumors based on some of the shady company that she likes to keep on the side, and sent us out to do some investigation. She initiated that because she has a working relationship with one of the investigators, Halavar, and so she had that in with the investigative group to see if we could do some investigating. So beyond that, a couple of the missions that we've had, one of our party members, Kylar, our rogue, was kidnapped while we were attempting to rescue a caravan of nobles. We went to rescue him and encountered a shaman, Knoll, and his group of gnolls and other creatures that he had helping him, and he escaped, but we were able to get Kylar back. That led us back to the city where we did some cityscape roleplay, which is a little different. I think you'll enjoy seeing some of that if you stick around and see it, but it's more roleplay than actual combat. But in the course of being in the city, you got to meet our boss, Myrtle, and the fact that she really doesn't like us very much. She thinks that we're kind of clowns and that we don't do a very good job.
I don't know where she would get such an impression.
I'm not sure either. But from there,
Becky is the classiest lady.
we
Yeah.
take different missions, all revolving around trying to track down the threat to the city that we were informed about. That led us to track down a dwarf by the name of Gladshim. Good notes there. Gladshim, we tracked him throughout the city, trying to find contacts of his, and eventually learned that he had, through use of disguise and other magical items, had disguised himself and gotten aboard a ship and stolen 6 artifact rings, very incredible power, and then took them to someone in a cavern system to be paid. That led us there. We raided the cavern, hacked our way through everything, and lo and behold, the person that he took it to was the Knoll Shaman. And the escape hatch that said shaman went down happened to be in the actual room where he was when we found him. Battle ensued. We raided all of his stuff and learned all the notes about all the different planets in the Cosmere of the actual game setting where we are, which was pretty mind-blowing for the characters because we were under the impression that we were alone in the universe because we're so special. But now we know that there are actual celestial bodies known as planets, and these planets are out there with things on them supposedly like us, but I don't believe it. The world is flat. So that leads us past that. We came back. we found a bunch of notes on what the rings do, their individual powers, and the fact that if several of these rings are activated in proximity to each other, that they will cause a massive explosion, which fits right in line with the supposed attack that's going to happen on the city. So from there, we moved on to trying to track down who has the rings. We had some notes on the previous owners from the Knoll Shaman, writing down who is in control of these rings. We went to various places to investigate that, including I'm going to backtrack just a hair because our very lovely party member up here joined us in the middle of those caverns. Solara, our priestess, Celissa. I could swear it was Solara for a minute there.
It was supposed to be.
It was. Okay, it was supposed to be.
And she typed it wrong.
Basically, in terms of what the Knoll was trying to accomplish this entire time, he needs to sacrifice people in order to fuel his spell that he's trying to get more power from his god. So he's been kidnapping. That's why he kidnapped the nobles. That's why he did a bunch of these things. And Celissa was a member of the group that was kidnapped. She's a high priestess of Pelor. And whenever we raided the caverns, we discovered her and rescued her. And now, because we are awesome and she has nothing better to do, she has joined the investigative unit as a sort of deputy, it would appear.
Mostly the latter.
So, now that we're caught back up
because of you guys.
Yes, and so I'm getting to that point in the story. We return back. We've know the descriptions and some clues on who's in control of the rings. We all go off on our own little way to try to investigate on our own. Through that, we do discover, unfortunately, that one of the holders of the ring is our boss that really, really hates us. And so when we describe in what we found out, because I'm an idiot, I told Myrtle that we more or less were closing in on the fact that she was holding this ring, and because Myrtle is the head of the security force in the city, we are all now wanted criminals with an execution order if we were found, which is pretty awesome. So, because Kylar is an ex-member of the Thieves Guild, apparently used to
your girlfriend.
Really good at his job, the guild leader has decided it is appropriate to rescue us, which as I understood, even though Rin is my girlfriend, he would not have done if Kylar would not have been like his, basically, star pupil back in the day. So we've all been branded to allow us into the Thieves Guild temporarily. They saved us. We're safe for the time being. And at this point, we are attempting to go and get the rings that we know where they are. So we know that Myrtle's got one. We discovered that Ren's father, Radcliffe Hatfield, has one. And
I love the new names.
I am doing my best.
I said I loved them.
Okay.
I wasn't
Rathcliffe
saying
Haywood.
that I didn't like them.
Rathcliffe Haywood, okay, has one, and because Myrtle is holed up with soldiers and everything else, and we're not entirely sure how we want to get at that one yet, we decided to go with Radcliffe. Ren took us. Kylar ransacked his office. Wasn't there. They determined that he had a lady on the side, and they went to visit her. On inspection of her when she came to the door, they found out that she was in fact wearing one of said ancient rings, and we are at this point getting ready to go kick the door in and kill everyone inside. Well, at least that's my plan.
We got to hunt some gargoyles too.
Well, to be fair, I'll mention Becky did try and fight Myrtle. And
got your nose just busted.
Because no one helped Becky. Okay, I'm just saying Becky was onto her because she didn't accept the pastry. Only someone who's truly evil.
You were doing the sister power thing because she gave Celissa a bad look.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fuck yeah, feminism. Hell yeah.
Interesting irony. You figuring out that Myrtle gives you a bad vibe. Kylar attempting to pickpocket the ring off of Radcliffe right at the very beginning of the campaign without knowing what it was, just because he was greedy. It's all pretty cool. But that should hopefully get us kind of caught up. And that was rushed because we could have sat here and talked for 4 hours about everything that we've done.
But that's pretty much where we're at. That's kind of what I was looking for. Just a brief run through of where we started to where we are now, so everybody had a rough idea of everything that transpired. And I always like to get those takes from the players because I've kind of guided and planned some of this stuff, so I like to hear. I know what's going on. I keep my notes for what's happened and, what I think is going to happen and how you guys might proceed. So it's always interesting to get your guys' take on what's happened in the campaign and the things that you guys have gone through and how you guys have felt and dealt with those things. So thank you for that synopsis. So I think the last thing that happened was Kylar came back, told you guys about Lobelia having the ring, and you guys formulated a plan to go to her house and attempt to get her ring off of her.
I think that the glory of that RNG name generator needs to just... I think we need to let everyone know. Lobelia Hot Bottom. If that is not the perfect random generated name for the mistress, I don't know what it is. It's like right out of Austin Powers.
It kind of is. And that straight up is just like, I used the random name generator thing that I've got that completes that makes a random citizen from scratch and gives me all of the information for it. Like height, weight, all that sort of stuff. And it put together the name Lobelia Hot Bottom all on its own.
I knew she was the side chick.
All right. So,
what are you guys doing from there?
I seem to recall we talked about having a plan rather than just...
Hey, Shadzer, how's it going, man?
Just kicking the door through. If I'm not mistaken, we were going to go in disguise as city officers, saying that we were going to investigate Trevor, that is going around attempting to take advantage of noble families and to see if she has seen, heard of, if he has attempted to contact her and get in.
Is there anything stopping us from pretending to be Myrtle or the king?
No.
Like with our disguises?
Nope, nothing stopping us. Except that we haven't seen the king. Myrtle I could do.
We wouldn't know what the king looks like.
You guys would all know what the king looks like, but you probably wouldn't have seen him in nearly a year. Because he only really comes to this town for special events, primarily The Shining. So the last time that you saw him was more than likely... Oh no, it's every 6 months. So the last time that you probably saw him was about 6 months ago. So you would have to... You would have to make a check to see how well you recalled what the king looked like.
What check would that be? What knowledge do I have?
Yeah, like a knowledge, nobility, or a wisdom check. Knowledge, nobility, knowledge, religion, or a wisdom check. If you don't have either of those.
Where did Celissa come from? Did you come from the capital, or...
Oh yeah.
She might have like knowledge local for that too, if we were gonna do that, right?
I got 24. Do I remember the king?
What did you get a 24 on?
Knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion. You think you have a pretty good idea. You're not 100% certain that you've got a perfect mental image of him, but you're pretty sure that you've got it pretty close.
I would imagine I could probably do a really good impression because I've got a ton of points in knowledge, nobility, knowledge, religion. So
Do you
I
want
would
to join
actually
me? Multiple kings to
impossible.
varying degrees of success.
I'm actually thinking more along the lines of actually after we take care of Hot Bottom.
Well, I'm just saying we could probably get a surprise round off because they'll be like, "Wait a minute, is this the huh?"
Possible. I'm thinking when we go after Myrtle, though, we probably ought to determine who the high-ranking officers of the guards are, track them to their house, do a little tie to the chair action, and then use that to get into the room with Myrtle, basically with just us in there. But at any rate, I think the plan of going after this with using
Just
Tyler's
investigating.
well played hook up with my girlfriend should probably be the way to go.
Can I try put it on the face of the king if we have time for it?
Why are
Yeah, I mean,
you
if the-
wanting to put on the face of the king? I mean, just out of curiosity.
Seems like it's a fun thing to do.
I mean, it's the hat of disguise. You spend a couple minutes trying to recall the king's face from the last time that you saw him. You have a pretty good recollection of what you think the king looked like. And then the hat of disguise, it takes pretty much no time at all to actually utilize the magic to make yourself look the way that you think the king looks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Maybe we can catch people off guard.
So now we all have to be royal guard rather than just regular guards?
Secret Service.
Which you guys would all have to...
Sounds like an excellent way to muck up my sincerely great plan.
Seems like the Becky thing to do.
I am actually
That's true.
completely okay with this, and the fact that it is exactly what Becky would do.
And so in response, everyone in the party is a little bit upset at Becky now.
They're looking for a Snicker bar.
In Becky's
It'd be a
defense,
Snicker bar kind of day.
in Becky's defense, when is everyone in the party not a little upset with her?
Right.
This is true.
Hey, I'm sorry. When you guys need killing something, you can maybe ask someone else to be the Lord of Death.
We should all still be worried too, because now she's got explosive arrows. I mean, she just had explosives before when she blew herself up. Now, don't get shot in the ass.
Yeah, definitely don't get shot in the ass
somebody has
now.
had that problem before.
I do have a proclivity to look away. Halavar's legs into the dick of the other guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was a good-
true.
That was a good shot. All right, so
Now they're
Oh.
explosive arrows, though, Halavar.
I'm
Yeah.
good with it. You know, I was rather hoping that the explosive arrows would be enough, but apparently we need to have it shot by the king. So it's okay. Let's do this thing.
It's all right. So how are you guys? Who's looking like what? How are you guys?
As I
plans?
recall, we were all already wearing our hats and ready to go.
I do
think
seem to
we're like
recall
about
we
to
had-
open the door, and Becky comes up with this. I should be the king.
I'm almost absolutely positive you're right, because you're like, and with that, we're going to go into combat, so we're going to close it. So I do seem to recall we were literally hand up with a knock on the door, and poof, there comes Becky.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, new plan! Leroy Jenkins!
Becky is very impulsive, okay?
So, all right. So if you guys kind of have rediscussed the plan, so I need to be sure what the plan is before you guys go in.
Well, we had a plan. It is absolutely up to that player if he is going to do. Right at the last moment.
Look,
So,
my
all right,
plan is to catch them off guard. They're not going to attack the king, okay?
Well, I know
At least
someone's
not
going to be
right
off
away.
guard.
Not right away.
Okay, Becky, just ask yourself this question, and this is a question the party should all ask themselves. What was the plot that you're trying to foil?
To blow up the king.
Assassinating the king.
And Becky wants to go in looking like the
Oh,
king.
that's true. But they'll blow themselves. They wouldn't blow up themselves, though.
She'll just. Becky's just gonna announce herself
They
as the
wouldn't-
king.
They
I
wouldn't
heard you want to blow me up.
themselves.
If you want to go in as the king and the rest of the party's not going to stop you, that is completely up to you.
I don't think they would blow up themselves.
That coming from the person that has blown herself up.
I know exactly. I know a thing or two about blowing
So,
like themselves
Becky,
up. Okay, I
has
am
Becky actually done this? Becky, have you actually...
survived blowing myself up on more than one occasion?
Did you actually... Have you transformed yourself into the king? Did you do it?
Yes.
Alright,
Okay.
next check. I'm going to snatch that hat and smack her in the mouth with it. Like, what are you thinking?
Roll the hit.
Let's see here.
Can
Reset.
I, if I see him going for me, can I try and grab his arm?
You'll,
and, like,
you'll get
flip him
your
over?
CMD.
You'll get your
Okay.
save. You'll get your... Does a 25 hit your touch AC there, Becky?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he snatches the hat right off your head.
I just kind of like, what are you thinking?
And you...
The king wouldn't be worried about us.
Okay, you know what? Becky wants to be that farmer now. That was the
Oh my
demon.
goodness.
All right,
Becky,
we're.
I thought
this
you
is
were
getting
against
derailed.
chaos.
It's
Come on.
getting derailed.
Getting derailed a little bit. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm like, can we stick with the plan, Becky?
fine.
Please. I go ahead and hand the hat back. Wait for her to put the guard's face back on. You know, this used to be much more fun before the invention of hats of disguise. You actually had to wear a guard's head.
Right? Carve off the face, take off the skin, plaster
It took a lot more skill and time.
Use some concealer to hide the edges.
Okay, and I'm the crazy one.
Don't judge my past D&D campaigns.
So does Becky put the
Yes,
look of
Becky
the guard
puts
back on?
back. Yes, she
Okay.
does.
So you guys are all making your way through the town to the house that basically is Kylar leading you guys all through the town to the house.
I think we're also going to be watching for those gargoyles that
Apparently, our
that
tails-
Kylar and Ren noticed on their way in.
Also, Paul are you actually can you hear us? Just fine. I don't think I've heard you say anything the entire time.
I think you might be muted, Paul. I see you
can't hear
talking,
you.
but
Yeah.
you
I was
push the talk on.
Paul's been really quiet this entire time.
Yeah, normally he'd have said something by now.
He'd have trash talk Becky or still can't hear you.
I was honestly expecting Paul to be the one to do something to Becky right then. I was like, well,
No, just so you guys
step
know,
up my game here. Kyler's not taking care of it.
I've actually come
no
up
Snicker
like
bars.
I've actually come up with my head like an elaborate backstory that Becky has gone crazy.
Paul's voice isn't even triggering in Discord yet.
Yeah.
This is what you guys know. Becky is crazy, at least in my head.
Paul, did you nod your head if the answer to this is yes? Did you install voice meter before when you got home? Okay, just making sure.
Alright, so the new plan. He's
if
got
you're
to sign and do charades for everything.
That's right. if you've changed your mic in
some of the time.
if you've changed your mic in Discord, Paul, you're probably gonna have to log out of Discord and close Discord and reopen it.
Take this moment for a commercial break.
Pro stream.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Halibar.
To go with your Jackman's jerky.
This is where Adam can also advertise some dice.
Yes.
I don't have the dice yet, though. But I can do another spiel about it in case some people that are here that weren't here at the beginning of the stream. We've passed our 200 follower goal. So we are going to be doing a giveaway in the short future. I have to go out and get the dice, decide on which ones I want to use. But they're going to be some nice, fancy dice, either really, really cool looking or actual nice set of metal dice. And at some point I'll be doing a giveaway. That'll be open to any viewers within the U.S. because shipping on a set of dice outside of the U.S. would be ridiculous. Might consider Mexico, Canada, just because those wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But across the pond would be a little much. And you've got to have a little bit of gold, like channel gold, just to show that you've actually been hanging out and not just following the channel to get in on the giveaway. Because I do want this to be primarily for the people that have been here to support me in some way or another, even if it's just through lurking. Because again, I appreciate lurkers. You don't have to be here to chat. I appreciate the people that come by to chat. Shadzar being one of them. So I thank you guys for that. But even if you're just here to lurk and enjoy the game, you can still get in on the thing. I would 3D print the dice, Shadzar, but just due to the way that 3D printers work, those dice never come out properly weighted. And I want these to be a nice set of premium dice. So there is that. I am also working on the idea of, probably not for the 500 follower, I'll be doing another giveaway at 500 followers. But I will be, Paul, by the way, if you've been talking, we still can't hear you. We'll be doing another giveaway at some point. We'll be doing a giveaway at 500. I'm not sure what that one's going to be yet, but I'll also be coming up with some sort of a giveaway goal for subs to the channel, where I give away a nice set of dice and one of my custom personally handmade dice boxes, like the one that I gave to Paul. So I'll show off the pictures of the one that I made for Paul here soon, but it's got 3D printed feet, a nice lid, a dice organizer thing on the inside. The lid is coated in a clear 3D or a...
Hey,
now we can hear you. The lid will be coated in a nice clear coat dry erase. Yeah, true. Clear coated dry erase so that you can use the lid for notes. Got a nice little pad in the bottom to make it all like quiet rolling and all that sort of jazz. So that'll be in the future. I've got to figure out exactly what I want that goal to be. And I've got to get a couple more subs going on the channel before we get there. Not trying to say that people that people need to sub or have to sub, but if it starts happening, I'm definitely going to do a giveaway to celebrate that. Right now I've got Halivar and Kylar, Paul and Jesse, as subs for the channel, as well as another guy, Scorpion Fiend. So I thank you guys for your support for sure. And once we get up to a couple more subs where I feel it's a decent time to do that giveaway, you guys are absolutely welcome to throw your hats in the ring for it. And because it's just going to be completely random generated from the subs that are there, so there won't be any favoritism, nepotism, anything along those lines. It's going to be a literal, just put these names in a spreadsheet or in some sort of a randomizer and have it pick a name for me. It won't actually be me picking the name. So we'll we'll get to that at some point in the future, but I'm glad that we can hear Paul. Hi, Paul.
Yay.
So, what sorts of comments have you been making this entire time that we didn't hear?
Mostly agreeing with Halavar.
So, you guys are heading through the town. Kylar's leading you to this lady's house. I would like everyone to give me one bluff check.
Bluff. Can I bluff the fact that I made a bluff roll?
If you can convince me of a number that is shown up differently on my screen, then yes.
Well, he's rolling physical die. Clearly.
I can see the physical in-game dice as well.
All right. I
Oh,
rocked
no.
that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's
we
why
may be able to...
I'm staying back in the back of the group. I'm definitely not taking a lead.
Dude, if I was the king, man, they'd all try and go for me. That'd be awesome. Kick so much ass.
So the highest roll out of all of these, I think, was from Becky.
Oh, no.
So this is basically, as you guys are walking through town, you're making yourselves look like other guards. And it's the same kind of scenario that Kylar got into when he was looking like a guard for a short period of time, where he gets intercepted and talked to by other guards. And it's just trying to kind of keep up your appearance. So, you guys are familiar with the guard, so you know a lot of the rules, a lot of the ins and outs. So you've got some bonuses on top of those rules that I haven't mentioned. So nobody actually did all that bad except for Tim. Tim is just like he's sweating profusely. This isn't the kind of magic he usually does. He doesn't usually lie to people. He just either like shoots a crossbow through their forehead, makes them go away through magic, or hides while he makes other people more powerful with magic. So he's not really used to the whole subterfuge thing. So you guys can express how you get through your interactions without Tim being revealed. I'll let you guys decide how you pull that off, because Tim right now is the Achilles tendon of your group getting to this house without being exposed.
We give him a hood.
Sorry, guys.
Cover his face. Kind of like,
Do we need to mute Tim? Tim has to do sign language too.
we'll like carry Tim like he's sick, maybe. Like, oh no, he ate some bad whatever.
It's not a bad plan. I was thinking of like food poisoning too. Like just like, man, I can't believe you ate the what was it?
The quesadilla.
The quesadilla. I can't believe you ate the quesadilla. Everybody knows you don't eat the quesadilla.
It was so good.
Quietly talk about this while we're walking through town.
For those of you just joining us, a quesadilla is a masa flour kind of like a, I always forget the damn word for those things. An enchilada kind of thing, but it's filled with armadillo meat and cheese. So it is not a quesadilla. It is more like an enchilada made out of armadillo meat and a really, really kind of dry masa flour kind of thing, and really bad cheese. But Tim loves them, apparently, for some reason.
They're so good.
And they've made him sick every single time. So, but he keeps going back for more. But all right, so
Becky's idea. Tim is sick.
So Becky, as you came up with the plan, you rolled a 20. You got a 20 on your bluff check, and you had an additional bonus on top of that because of your familiarity with the guard. And the rest of you rolled relatively well as. Also, I'll say that you are able to convince people that Tim is sick, especially since he has familiarity with the specific type of being sick that you are mentioning. So he knows how to pull that off because he's actually been there. He's had that diarrhea. So Yeah, you guys are able to successfully get through town, so you can go ahead and line yourselves up outside the gate here at Lobilia's house. He called it a quesadilla the first time, Shadzar. He was trying to be funny by mispronouncing it a quesadilla, which it was funny, so I made it funnier by saying that it was not what he thought it was. And it was indeed something else. Oh, outside the fence. You have to close the search or drag it into the search bar, Jesse.
Oh. I'm trying to find my fig.
Your fig is probably...
That might be in the bag.
There is a small fig of you over here.
Entirely sure when
It's
you're here.
not named. Not named, but...
Kind of odd. I haven't seen my fig in a while. However, there I am. I'm right there.
Okay, you found yours?
Yes.
Alright, so I'll delete that one then. Just make sure you guys are using the outside squares here and make sure that you guys are all lined up to the size of the grid.
And there's 2 gargoyles here. Plus 4 more.
If you would like to take control of my fig, that would be appreciated.
Where
Did we kind of do like a walk around?
It's on
There you are.
top of the wall.
You're on top of the wall, Halvar?
That's completely up to you.
I missed the question. What do you say?
Did we attempt to do like a walk around before we started to play?
No. Unless you would like to. I sort of figured we'd just walk up, explain why we're there, and
I thought we were going off of the intel that you brought back,
That's true. I mean, we know that there's something around here, but I don't know if we want to see if there's more than 1 or 2.
But weren't you invited into the home too to talk to her earlier?
I think it was more happened right about North Threshold.
Yeah, we're more or less outside of her home. She did not want us inside.
Are we going in guns blazing?
No, I think the plan was to attempt to get invited in the house by basically knocking on the door, like, what do you guys want? I'm like, we're here to investigate a matter. Would you mind if we came inside for a moment? Ask you some questions.
If I was a king, you could have like delivered me to them. Like, kind of tied up my arms, but not really. Watch out, backstab.
So I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys at this point have made your way to the gate. One of her
Becky's okay with being like a fake prisoner.
One of her servants is kind of standing. There's a just pretend that there's a like a service window thing here because I didn't include it in the actual map. But there's like a service window thing here, where there's a guy and he's as you guys walk up, he sees you all standing there looking like town guards. Can I help you?
Anybody want to do this? Or you want me to do it?
Wait, what was I forget? What was Ren's dad's name? Rathcliffe.
Yeah.
Rathcliffe, yeah.
Well, sir, we're undergoing an investigation with the disappearance of a Rathcliffe, and we're trying to look around town and ask around and see if anyone's actually seen him or maybe knows where he might be. His daughter's terribly worried.
We haven't seen him in 4 or 5 days, I believe. He's been here, but not for a while.
Is the lady of the house available to speak with?
She would probably prefer to not be bothered with something that I can give you the answer to. Go ahead and roll a, everybody can roll a sense motive check, if you have it, or if you'd like. Shit, sir.
$23.
What is that?
Big old 10.
There ain't nothing to do here.
Alright, so
More or less.
Got 12.
Becky and Kylar, you don't believe him when he says that Rathcliffe has not been here for a couple of days. You sense that he is lying, but he is straight-faced telling you that Rathcliffe hasn't been here for a couple of days, and that the lady of the house would not appreciate being bothered with something that he can obviously answer for you.
I'm trying to think of, like, what is the excuse police use to, like, barge in? Because like, they know it's a crime in progress. Like, what would be the fantasy equivalent of, like, smelling marijuana on the premise?
Sir, we have people and eyewitness accounts claiming that Radcliffe was last seen here, so we're going to
He's
need
gotta
to
make the rounds.
premises.
I'll see if the lady would like to speak with you. Wait here a moment. And he closes the privacy shade from the see-through, and you can hear him kind of like walking off back towards the house. His footsteps fade away. He's gone for maybe 5 minutes before he comes back up, slides the thing open. The lady of the house will reluctantly see you. And he opens up the gate from inside.
Fancy.
Thank you.
Right?
Let's let ourselves in.
And as with last time, Kylar, as last time that you were here, even though she doesn't recognize that it's you, she's waiting outside the front door to greet you as you guys all come in. You can place you guys can place yourselves however you would like. Bearing in mind that the lady of the house is
In front
come
of
out
the
to
door.
greet you. Yes. Rank down, dude.
It's the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. Okay, so
All right, 1 second, just writing some notes down for the impending fight.
Doom.
So apparently the baby's anticipating this battle because he is kicking the shit out of my ribs right now.
He's getting you in the mood for the.
That's what this face is saying, good God, he's kicking the shit out of my ribs.
You got me those ribs.
Yeah, no. Who needs that?
kid's gonna come out alien style.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying. Don't scare a new mother that way. Come on now.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the lady of the house greets you as you guys come up to the house, and she just as you approach, her bodyguard that's standing here just kind of half steps up a little bit just to kind of put himself between yourself and her, just that tiny little bit. She just greets you. Hello. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. As we informed your door guard, there's been a report filed for a missing person from a high-ranking noble. It was described to us that the last sighting was here at your estate, and we are unfortunately obligated to come and use up your time with some questions. We appreciate
Okay.
you subjecting yourself to this,
Operating.
cooperating.
Okay, well, ask your questions. I understand you're looking for Rathcliffe, but he hasn't been here for a while.
About how long would a while be?
3 or 4 days, maybe.
See.
Could have been more recent, but if it was, I wasn't here at the time. He has a key. Don't tell anybody, but we're a thing.
Well, congratulations for that, mistress. There's along with this report comes news that there's apparently a man going around running a con here lately. Wanted to see if perhaps you had any contact with this individual. Younger, fairly good looking, generally targets nobility, gets their good graces, attempts to get them married, very quick, romantic involvements. Is this anyone that you may have met recently?
Oh, yes, Rathcliffe's daughter came by. She had a strange fellow with him, but they were talking some strange things amongst themselves, so I don't know if they're maybe in on a plot together to rob Rathcliffe, but I can't imagine his sweet daughter would do anything like that.
Oh, certainly not. I wouldn't think that any of the Haywoods would be involved in anything of that nature. Our guard here, Cliff, had an unfortunate encounter with some food poisoning. He's really, really in need of using the facilities. Is there any chance we could prevail upon you? I'd hate to see him accidentally relieve himself while we're standing here talking.
Oh, certainly. There's an outhouse around the back that he can use. The one for the servants.
Awesome. I turn around and look at Kylar. I'm like, would you escort him maybe to see make sure he's okay while we
sir.
ask some questions?
Let's go, Cliff. I told you not to eat the quesadilla.
Yeah, it's just like around the back of the house. I didn't drop one down, but it's just like back here off to the side.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head off to do that, and she just kind of is looking at the rest of you. Okay, well. Yes, I mean, she mentioned his name was Trevor, I believe. I don't know if that lines up with your information, but he seemed like a nice enough folk. But yes, their marriage is quite out of the blue.
It does seem odd. Well, I absolutely hate to be this guy, but unfortunately, this came from a very powerful noble, and I'm afraid we're going to have to wait. We've been given directive, and this is the last place he's been, most likely place to return. As you said, you guys are a bit of an item, and we need to ensure that he's in good health.
Go ahead and roll a bluff check on that last part.
Don't suppose I can have any bonuses for charisma?
Well, bluff is charisma based.
It is charisma. Why do I have a 1? My charisma is like... Why is my charisma 12 on my character sheet?
Did you not put your character sheet maybe get messed up where it's not calculating your charisma?
No, literally the ability score says a 12.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it's a 19. Like, all my ability scores are different. Can you see my tablet, Adam?
Charisma 19.
That is not what mine
Jesus,
says.
you are a good-looking motherfucker.
What does yours say?
Oh, you know what? That's totally why. I'm looking at Anu's sheet.
I was like,
okay.
I was like, yours says 19, and it shows that you've got a +4 in charisma, or from a +4 in your bluff. Like, you didn't put any points in it, but you've got your charisma bonus.
That's what happens when you don't set your camera angles to where it returns right back where you want to go. Okay, so
Resave camera.
Resave camera. There we go. Okay.
Okay. She kind of looks at you a little bit strange, and then she suggests that you can, if you would like to wait here, you can certainly do so over in the gardens. There's seating over there, and a nice enough view. I did set it up for waiting around and enjoying the scenery.
Well, I certainly appreciate it.
Question: do we see anyone else nearby, or did I detect anything? It's hidden. Anyone hidden?
You detected her. I mean, you see her, and you see her two, like her bodyguards, the other guys standing still back over by the gate after having let you in.
Is she wearing the ring?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Darn. Ask that.
Nope. As far as I'm concerned.
Maybe it's the way that she's standing. But you don't see, maybe you're not concentrating or you're not looking in the right place, but you don't see it. Becky, however, does see, like, as she moves her hands around and like gestures over towards the garden. Becky does note that she is wearing a ring seemingly made of obsidian.
But yeah, Becky wants to go over to the little gazebo. She kind of wants to talk to you guys. But it's not really a gazebo. It's what was it, garden?
Oh, we're not over there yet. We're still standing there. So.
Sorry, the it's not showing up for me. Like, all of the meshes are all messed up.
What are you wanting to look at?
Over to this little, like,
that's
in
a
the
pond.
ring of flowers. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just like a little. There's just
I
like
thought those were
there.
chairs. Like, I couldn't tell.
There's some bushes there. It's like bushes around a little pond with some lily pads and a bench.
Oh, okay.
I forget that sometimes these images didn't get cached for you guys, and so not all of them may work properly for you because Photoshop has started doing some cracking down on third-party image sharing. So not everything in Tabletop Simulator will look correct for you guys if it's not been properly cached or replaced on my side. So at some point I need to start going through and load up all of these individual things, copy the meshes locally to my computer, and load them up individually on my computer to the program so that they're not being shared third party through PhotoBucket. So, but yeah, so she motions to the garden area and says that you guys can wait over there if you'd like. She has no idea when Rathcliffe would possibly be returning, but you're free to wait here as long as you'd like, as long as you wait over in the garden.
So Becky wants to, like, sort of head over and like, hey guys, come with me. which is probably not going to be well received. I understand that, but he wants to follow me to the garden.
So
Tim and I are nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Al
so
already.
Tim and Kyler,
We
you
want to
guys go
let
around
them
the
do
back.
something.
Yeah, I
We
was
wanna
actually going to
give
come
them
back
a
to
chance.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Tim and Kyler, you come back around to the back. Just imagine that there's a little outhouse here that I haven't put down. I'll do this. There's an outhouse. There. So you're free to utilize that. I'm gonna come back in here because I forgot to do this, and we're gonna turn off most of things. There we go. So there we go. So yeah, you guys are around the back at the outhouse. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to do now that you're back here, kind of out of sight?
What do you think, Tim? Do you think we can maybe just use an invisibility spell and keep track, and one of us can keep an eye out for some stuff? See if they try to pull anything?
Well, so all these windows on the building, they're really here, right?
Yes.
Well, why don't I keep up my charade and spend some time in this disgusting outhouse? And if you wouldn't mind just sneaking along the wall and just looking in. She seems pretty set in not letting us in to the house.
I think that's yeah, I think you're right about that one.
There's a good chance that Rathcliffe might actually be inside.
Do you want? Let's do this. Let's double up. I'll pull out, kind of reach into my pack, and I'll pull out my sword of spell storing. Or did you have that on you? I'm sorry, Tim. That's kind of out of character. Did you have the sword on you, spell sword?
No, I think you had that.
Okay, so I'll reach into my pack, grab it out. Tim, put invisibility on this for me too.
Just in case you need it.
Yeah, just in case I need to re-up.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put in a spell of invisibility. Mark that off.
Okay. Both of you make perception checks. And anybody who went over to the garden. Let's see what's. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and put yourself. If you're going over to the garden, go ahead and put yourselves in the garden. Wherever you're going to be in the garden area.
That's better. At least I noticed something, maybe.
Well, we're probably about to right around here by now.
Well, this was all taking place at kind of the same time, yeah. So, like, if you're on your way over to the garden area. So, okay. So, yeah, put yourselves wherever it is that you want to be in the garden. If you're up on the bench, you can be on the bench. If you're just standing there, you can be standing there, whatever you guys want to be doing. Okay.
So if we're actually looking for a suspect, guys, a guard unit isn't going to just stand in a garden. We're going to post ourselves around where we need to be, and we're also going to investigate the house.
Well, I would.
Well, I agree, except that
He didn't give you permission to enter the house.
Didn't you say, come talk to me in the garden?
Well, that was Becky.
So
But-
yeah. So now that you're here, I would like to.
But real quick, the three of you go ahead and make perception checks as well. You need to get some inside armor for those ribs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you rolled that right. There you go.
Perception.
Okay.
God, I am rolling terrible tonight.
So Becky and Celissa, you notice nothing. Absolutely nothing. Kylar, just because of where you are, you can't see anything, but you hear the sound of like stone grinding on stone. Halavar or Kylar, you hear, or Tim, you hear the same thing. Like as soon as you start casting your spell into the sword to store it in there, is when you start hearing the shifting of stone on stone. Kylar, you hear it and start looking around, and you note that both of the guardians at the far ends of the walls, like you start looking around for what this noise is, and both of these gargoyles are now looking directly at you guys.
Wait, which two?
The gargoyles up on the
okay.
corners.
I see them. Yeah. On each
So you
corner.
you notice that they're both looking directly at you. You guys have 1 round to do whatever you would like to react to this situation of these gargoyles now looking at you. And Halavar, you have 1 round of trying to figure out. You've heard the noise, but you can't see anything from where you are that would give you any indication of what's transpiring. But you have 1 round to take any sort of an action. You get your 1. You can move, attack, whatever, like a full round of actions to react to this new situation.
That's a tough. Tim, did you see what I just saw?
Yep. I think you've already run into one of these guys, right?
Those are the guys.
I hate those eyes.
Yep. I'm assuming they're hostile. I mean, one of them did try to attack me, but he was shut down. So
1 round, guys, not conversationally. Round is 6 seconds.
okay, with seeing the gargoyles, I'm gonna go ahead and activate the sword, the invisibility on the sword that Tim had put on.
Okay. You go invisible. Bear in mind that just remember this is not greater invisibility. It's just regular invisibility. So as soon as you take any sort of an attack action, it will break.
Right.
Otherwise, it lasts for how long, Tim? For your invisibility? A couple of minutes at least, I think.
See. It is a yeah. Let me double check. Visibility is why can I not find the length of time?
I mean, I don't think it's going to end up mattering.
Yeah,
it's
right.
It's minutes for you. I'm pretty sure, at least.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure that what's going to transpire is not going to be minutes worth of time before.
Yeah, 1 minute per level. So it's like 7 minutes, I think.
Okay. So you cast invisibility and you move up to this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little.
Okay. Tim, what are you doing for your action?
Okay.
Your round. You
With
finished
Kylar
casting the spell, so that's not part of the round.
Okay. With Kylar disappearing like that, I'm gonna just take my move and move over directly towards a group.
Okay.
How thick are these bushes and stuff?
I mean, they're pretty dense hedgerows.
Okay.
Then
I'll go around them.
Cause like a guided path kind of thing. You could potentially jump over them. They're not super tall, but they are meant to make sort of a guided pathway into like a little slightly private garden area. But they are like maybe hip height.
All right. And do we have a full round or just one?
Yeah, your full round.
Full round. Okay. All right, then I'll double move to there, and I'll make sure everybody is aware of the 2 gargoyles that we just noticed.
Okay. And Halavar, you're around again. You didn't see the gargoyles, you just heard the sounds of stone grinding on stone. But you also have a full round to react in whatever way you would like.
I guess, after hearing the stone and, having explained earlier that there's gargoyles here on the property, I'm going to start heading back over toward them. How far can I go on a double move?
12 squares. You could get to, like, this row.
Okay.
Alright, so you get to there. You immediately notice that you cannot see Lobelia. She is nowhere to be seen. I'm gonna leave her over here for now, but just she's invisible.
Okay.
There we go. Double check something 1 second. And make sure that our audio was still working. Shedzer was having problems, just wanted to make sure that it was not on our end. Alright. Yeah, so you get to that point and you notice that Lobelia is not present. And her bodyguard has kind of moved in this general direction.
And I have not seen the door opener from my view.
Correct.
Okay. Where's she at then? I got my spider sense on. I can track her down. Where's she at?
She's not evil.
Bullshit, she's not evil.
She is not evil aligned. We had the discussion about this before. She is not evil aligned.
Was she chaotic?
Nope.
One does not aspire to blow up a king without a tinge of evil.
True neutral.
It is not enough evil for you to detect without concentrating on it for more than a couple rounds.
Oh, okay.
Evil is not her actual nature. Like there'll be more.
Telling me there's a chance.
Not...
so basically, she wasn't hot enough for you to ogle at for long enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're not entirely sure where she is. Okay, so that's the rounds for the people that actually know what's going on from that initial interaction with the gargoyles. At which point, you guys hear a simultaneous shriek from around the property. It sounds like a banshee wailing while choking on gravel. Is the best explanation that I could give. And all of the gargoyles that you can see, except for the 2 on these outer corners, are staring at you. This guard is also now stepping over, and you can see that he has a crossbow out. And then at that point, we will roll initiatives.
That spoiled Becky's plans, which were actually quite reasonable, actually. Why is my character sheet blacked out?
Alright, so while you guys are doing that, I will go ahead and roll their initiatives.
There we go.
Alright, so where do these rolls begin? Because I was looking at something else.
Oh my
Sorry,
god!
my tabletop keeps having pop-ups.
Why is my character sheet like not?
I guess.
Guys, is my character sheet black to anyone else?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Now it's not. It was.
All right. So who has already rolled their initiative? So I know what I'm looking at on this.
I got a 15.
19.
22.
Okay,
16.
hold up. Tim, 15.
Correct.
Becky,
19.
Alavar,
Like 6.
Celissa,
You don't.
22.
Hylar,
16.
Bad Road.
Alright, no.
So I'll put her at 21 because what's your dex, Celissa?
16.
Just she goes before you.
Not that it matters. It was actually a 7. I scrolled up and looked.
It does not matter, but I will adjust it for you.
I appreciate that. Just
So
makes me feel good.
So our order, Lobelia.
Just so that you all know, that's the benefit I get from subbing.
That's right. Becky. Then we have Kylar. Tim, Goons, Halavar, Gargoyles. Is that everybody? Looks like everybody. Mobilius, Alyssa, Becky, Kylar, Tim, Goons, Halavar, Gargoyles. Alright, yep, that looks like everybody. So it is Lobelia's turn. And she will start out with... One, two... Okay, that's what I thought. She was just that type of person. Okay. Okay. And Celissa, your turn.
Detect magic.
Alright. You see all of your friends' stuff light up, and then you pick up a couple small glimmers of magic from right there.
Oop. Gosh darn it.
And then the gargoyles also are glowing.
I pick up a small glimmer. I'm sorry, where? Oh, gosh. Sorry, my cat's walking on my keyboard.
Nah.
She's trying to be helpful.
She's like, Alt F4. Alt F4.
So right here at this
Okay, gotcha.
marker point. You're picking up some small glimmers of magic at that location.
An aura.
Yes. It is for you. Imagine that these bushes are a little bit taller than they actually were made. They're about hip height. And it is all of the magic that you're seeing is below the elevation of the bush line.
Okay.
But the bush line is not enough to interfere with the power of detect magic. You just don't have a direct line on it. That's your standard. Are you moving at all?
3, 5. Nope. I guess I'll go here. And fall down. I'm hiding in the bushes.
And Salissa's dead. All right, Becky.
No one's told me anything.
No.
I've just seen everyone.
Well,
I do want to
I
shout
did.
out that there's a magical aura right there.
Yeah, Tim did come over and make the gargoyle, like, point out the fact that the gargoyles are staring at you.
With those red eyes.
Yes.
Are they trying to undress me? Fucking pigs.
Even if they were, they'd be trying to undress you as a man.
I was gonna say, I think you're disguised as a man right now.
And also, aren't you the pig right now, too?
I'm my pig.
Well, I assumed we were cops. Right?
Oh,
Yes.
we are.
I'm sorry, I thought I...
Hey. Uniform fetish is an actual thing.
Good to know.
Becky King James. So,
But yes,
which one? So which one's the closest?
The closest gargoyle? You think from what Tim ran over yelling that there's one over on this corner, but you do not have a line of sight on it at all from your current location. The tree is completely in your way. The closest one that you have any sort of visual on is the one over here on the wall by the gate.
And this other...
Again, the bushes are only like hip height, so you can see over them, so you can see the guard over by the gate, and you can see from your vantage point both of the gargoyles above the gates.
Guard hasn't done anything yet.
He does not, but he does have his crossbow out.
Is he pointed at us or nearby us?
It looks like he just got it out, so he doesn't have a direction for it yet. He's like literally just got it out and loaded it. So you're not sure at this point what he's going to be doing with it.
No one's giving me any indication to go batshit crazy and start killing motherfuckers, right?
You've only been told that the gargoyles are looking at you. And looking around, you can see that Alyssa was really fucking tall. That Lobelia is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, so Becky still wants to tell someone that she saw a ring, so she's gonna walk up to Tim and tell her, hey. She had one of those obsidian rings.
This feels like when you're in Skyrim or an older RPG and you're in the middle of a battle and you accidentally click on a vendor and you're sitting there talking to the vendor while combat's going on, people are trying to kill you, and you're sitting here having a conversation about buying a
Are you
screw.
trying to exit out?
You triggered that NPC that has to come up to you and tell you something from a quest, not even relevant to what you're currently doing.
Pretty much.
I want to pull Tim to look at me and Tim, whisper, she has one of the rings. I was very, very adamant. Becky is very proud that she spotted this.
Well, let's go get it from her.
Should we have a weapons drawn?
Tim, you're awesome. Controlling the chaos.
I see no reason to go crazy.
No.
I just want to tell Tim my secret.
Let's not attack until we're attacked. Let's go with that rule of thumb for the moment. I
think we should try and grapple her, and so I can use confess. I really want to tackle her and hold her down and make her confess.
That's not a bad idea. Let's go find her.
I'm glad you approve. I'm gonna take Tim's hand and I want to start trying to guide him over. My second move action, can I pull Tim with me to the front of the house?
Only if because you've already started yours, and you could, but it would delay the rest of your action to line up with Tim's, and that's if Tim wants to go along with you by being guided by your hand. But it would shift your initiative. Not that there's anybody between you and Tim other than Kylar. There's no bad guys that go between you, but it would delay your initiative down to being with Tim. because you're waiting on Tim to perform an action after you've already taken part of your action.
Well, if Tim rejects me, then I still get my initiative.
I mean, if you want to reach out for Tim's hand and Tim pulls his hand away, then
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna reach out. Becky's gonna enthusiastically try and take your hand. I want to show you something. That's what I'm trying to like show you my body language. Let's go get him. Let's go get her.
Are you leaning away from Celesta?
What do you mean leaning away? Because Sissel's all over. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, so there's this hedge right here. I'm assuming we're gonna go towards the house.
Yes.
Are you gonna walk through my square to do that, or are you gonna walk
It's
away
a
from
5-foot square. We can walk through together.
I mean,
Alright.
you can pass through friendly squares uninhibited.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I just want to take your hand, try to like just clear my intention. Like, let's go do this together.
He's an interesting guard that has to hold hands to go patrol an area.
So the question at this point though is
acknowledge Becky's secret.
Is
So
Tim
Becky's
going
very
to
excited.
allow Becky to take his hand, or is Tim just gonna be like, because that's the decision that we need to make right now to decide.
Remember,
what
Becky's
we
a little
do
bit on the
with this.
crazy side. She's cray cray.
I'm
way stronger than you too. Remember that.
I'll put my hand on Becky's shoulder and kind of guide her past me. So just kind of letting her lead.
Okay. So it sounds like Tim is not letting you take his hand. So it's up to you.
But
if
is
you
Tim
wanna
coming
wait for
with?
Tim?
Is Tim coming with me though? We're gonna go to the front door and try and like tackle her or something.
Yeah, so like as you try to grab my hand and I let you pass me, I'll just say lead on.
You're not gonna follow Becky.
So in the order of moving forward, is Becky going to keep going, or is Becky going to wait to see if Tim
I'm
follows?
gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going to Halavar and tell him Becky's secret.
Okay, so keep doing your movement then over to Halavar, and we're just gonna move.
So this be a separate move, because the first move would be talking to Tim.
You're
move.
at 6 right now, I think.
Yes. 2, 3, because you can't cut the corner on the bush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, you're at 7 right now.
Okay, so I can do another 5 more.
Yes.
I think they'll be close to anyone.
While you're finishing that move, Kylar, what are you doing?
I'm going to. So I'm in Viz right now. What I want to actually do is test out to see whether the gargoyles can detect me invisible.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and let me see.
Cool. No, I can't get there.
I'm actually going to move back to where Tim and I originally were and keep an eye and while looking at the gargoyles to see if they're looking directly at me.
Yes.
Yes, they are still looking at me.
Yes, they are following you.
Okay. So with that in mind, are we in combat?
Technically.
Technically, okay. So do I still have a secondary move phase?
Yeah, I mean, you only moved like 3 squares or 4 squares, so you've still got the remainder of this movement and then your standard action or another movement.
Okay.
I don't think we're completely sure if we pulled them yet, but
Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So since I'm still in Viz, I'd like to try to utilize that, and I'm going to try to get into the house, since it looks like you said these windows were more or less what they are, right?
Yeah.
there was also a door back there I saw.
Yes.
There was.
May or may not be locked.
Or trapped.
Let me switch the map
Guarded.
orientation. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah.
Guarded, yeah.
So I'm actually I'll move my way towards this back door. And does this version of invisibility drop if I attempt to lockpick, or is it only drop out of when you go into combat?
I
believe it
like
was
to just like an attack action, so I would not count picking a lock as part of that. But you would not be able to with that combined movement total, you would not be able to pick the lock this round because that's a standard action or full action in combat.
Okay.
You could attempt to dive through a window, but they look like pretty sturdy windows.
Yeah, right. And break my neck as I'm going through it like a little bird.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to. I guess I'll just be as close to the door as I can, and I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll try to make sure I'm hugging the wall even though I'm invisible because that's what rogues do.
Okay. Paul, can you do something for me real quick?
Yep.
On your start bar. On your actual start menu. On your start menu on your actual computer.
Yep.
Go down to your volume adjustment.
Okay.
Like for your volume control. Right click and go to recording devices.
Yep.
And then under your, whichever microphone is activating from your headset.
Yeah.
Right click it and go into your properties. And then go to your levels tab. And what is your level at?
It's at 100.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Weird.
I have a strong feeling there's something wrong with Discord.
That's weird. Weird for it to be
I
that
can hear
low.
him just fine.
I can hear him, he's just pretty quiet for me. It's just,
Another
I've got him
adventure
maxed
from the
out,
hole.
but
That's weird because it sounds the same volume as everybody else for me.
that's weird for me. He's severely, substantially quieter than everybody else. And I've got him, I've got his volume cranked all the way up.
No, I got same volume across the board.
Weird. Maybe it's my Discord that's jacked up. I don't know. That's messed up. It's weird. Also, Tameko64, aka Ben, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Welcome to supporting Ironwood Tavern.
I just figured out how to do that.
Hey,
I was trying the other week and it was not working for a reason.
No worries. I appreciate it, man. I don't know if maybe you were Twitch Prime to somebody else at the time. I don't know. So Kylar does all of that stuff. He moves around. Tim, it is your turn. Becky brushes past you, ranting about Lobelia having
do
one of the rings
I tell
on.
Halvar or do I not have that free action?
Basically, you get up to Halavar and you're like, "Hey, Halavar, you spent most of your time kind of having your brief discussion with Tim." So you make it up to Halavar's shoulder and you're like, "Hey, Halavar."
New goals. Seduce Halvar.
As a man.
Exactly. Becky forgets this.
All right, so just really quick, I'm trying to remember.
It's mine.
Did we all take some of those glitter bombs, or I know Celissa had the main order for them.
I have a couple glitter bombs that I had asked for. I don't remember if we actually got them or not, though.
Do you remember how much those were in the book? I mean, I'm going to say you could have purchased however many you wanted to, but you were the only one that asked for them.
I'm pretty sure that's like a custom-made thing.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a thing that you had kind of come up with, or if it was something that you had found in one of the books. If it's something that you made up, and it's not something out of a book with a set price, then I can come up with a price for that. I don't have a problem doing that. Just didn't know if it was something that you had found.
Because right now, I think that Celissa and I are the only ones that will be able to see her until we're able to reveal her position.
Right.
Right.
Well, but again, as far as you know, if she attacks, if it's a standard invisibility, as soon as she attacks, she will be visible.
Right.
But it could be greater invisibility. You don't know.
So something that would be similar would be the Tanglefoot bag.
Yeah, and those aren't that expensive.
It'd be similar in design of how the bag would function, essentially.
Yeah, do you have that page open? How much are the Tanglefoot bags?
They're 50 gold a piece, apparently.
50 gold a piece. So yeah, make the glitter bombs.
Substances because of the Because it's filled with tar, resin, and sticky substances.
Which is pretty much the same thing for a glitter bomb, but just in different ratios. I would say that the glitter bombs are probably actually 40 gold each. And you can have purchased however many of those you could afford or would like to have carried.
Okay.
Okay, so after hearing Celissa say that she thinks she saw
Yeah, my
Saw
next
her.
move is to glitter bomb the spot too.
Okay. Yeah, just with that in mind, though, I'm still gonna just kind of, just in case you miss or anything, I want to be able to make sure that I can attempt to hit as well.
Sure.
So I'm gonna just move up and also cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Alright, so yeah,
And
you
that's about
see
it.
the gargoyles lit up, your party members as usual, items that you're familiar with, and then again, you do see some magical items, some smaller magical items emanating from the area of where the fig is. And then it is the goons. This guy will move.
I have
This
to require at least 4 rolls, but
gonna move us here to have partial cover, and he is going to take a shot at Tim. It's more than likely going to miss, but a 17 AC on Tim.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then this guy. He's gonna wait his turn there. Okay, and Halabar.
Well, I'm going to go ahead because I heard Celissa say there's magic over here and point. So I'm going to start heading in that direction. As Becky walks up and says, "Hey, Halliburton," I'm going to be like, "What?" as I'm walking in that direction.
So you're turning and walking over the general direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You have no idea specifically where.
I'm going where she pointed.
Warmer, warmer, hot. You're on fire, Halavar.
So, does a 30 plus AC hit you?
Oh,
I'm gonna guess that it does.
It might. Let me look.
Oh, damn it, Alvar. I had a plan to get her.
I don't know.
That was
wrong.
banking on if Angel managed to glitter bomb her.
I'm pretty sure a 32 AC is gonna hit you, Halavar.
Yeah, 'cause right now my AC is 28, so yeah.
So it is doesn't do a ton of damage, but she does hit you for 8 damage.
Where does she hit me?
So as you're walking over, you get to, because you started out up there, so you get to about right where you are, and then there is a slice across, like right near your throat, and then she becomes visible right in front of you.
Oh, you done fucked up now, bitch. You shouldn't have sliced at me. If I were her, I'd have stayed invisible because this is gonna end badly.
Maybe.
Okay, so that was my move action.
Yep.
How's my attack action?
Yep, but you only get one because you moved.
I'm only gonna need
I don't know so much about that. As long as it's not ban-worthy, Shadzar, go ahead and make your joke.
one.
We're an 18 plus channel, it's fine.
Ooh, I'm
Has Twitch
excited.
been pretty bad about that?
I want to know the joke.
I know. Now he's got us all
All right.
curious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're all looking at you, just to let you know. It's like that moment in CS:GO when you're the last one alive. Everyone's watching you. It actually happened to me today with my guild.
What's that attack roll, Halvar?
I'm debating if I want to actually attack or if I want to tackle. I'm debating which one's got a better chance of landing.
Don't tackle. I have such a glorious way to do it. I beg of you.
It's going to be awesome because Halavar's going to get glittered as well then.
Well, she's visible now, though.
Yeah, she's visible, but we're still gonna glitter the fuck.
Still going to glitter.
That's punishment by itself.
Yeah, right. It is. All right, here we go.
Miss.
Okay.
And then it is the gargoyles' turns. Alright, so
You know what? Hold on a second here. Before we get too far into this, base attack bonus alone is 7. So I shorted myself there, but I don't think it's enough to actually hit it. But I got to recalculate my buttons. Not correct.
you know what? That gargoyle moves up to there.
It's getting scary. I hope Adam says no to my idea now.
Gargoyle moves up to there. These guys are in the air, by the way.
Oh God.
That's weird. That gargoyle fell through the map. I was trying to find. There we go. And then I'll walk him. Walk him.
Do gargoyles get stealth bonuses? Is that why we didn't notice them at first?
They were standing
statues.
They were sitting stone still as statues. Okay, and then Lobelia's turn. He is going to full round attack Halavar. Since you're standing right there.
Bring it.
So, first attack is a 31.
Hit.
Second attack, gonna be a miss. Third attack is a crit.
Huh?
Ouch.
So she does.
For being a side mistress, she's got 3 attacks. Ow!
Alright.
That's an excellent sign, right? That we get some duty to reward. I'm trying to look for positives. I will be honest, I am actually quite worried for Kylar.
So 15 damage.
Okay.
And then that will be her action. And then it is Salissa's turn.
How much damage did you take, Halavar?
15, 16, 17 now. How
That's
the hell do I save this roll of this button? Every time I right click on it, it rolls.
You right click on the space in between the buttons.
Right click on the tool between the buttons. So if the glitter bombs makes them the glitter bomber, then would exploding unicorns make someone the unibomber? This is a joke, by the way, for those of you not looking at chat.
Got it. Okay.
Debuffer.
So she's directly in your line of sight now.
Don't make her sparkly debuffer. Halvar's top. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that was barely a flesh wound.
Confident.
Although, I will admit, I am extraordinarily impressed with the fact that she's even hitting me right now. You know how high that fucking AC is? She's got to be rolling like a boss right now.
Yeah.
That, and she has a pretty high bonus.
I'm so
in my defense, so do I.
I assume Celissa is at the very least looking at her.
Oh, yeah.
Details.
Yeah, but I don't have any debuffs right now.
Darn it.
Prepped.
We hope Adam says no.
No, I usually go with
feeling
defensive
of
meta.
absolute terror.
Say what?
I have this feeling of absolute terror.
Oh, why is that, Halavar?
We gonna die. We gonna die real good.
No, it's because Becky's behind him. He knows it. He left her behind. He's got Becky behind him, and it's good bitch in front of him. Oh god.
There is also a gargoyle up in the air.
And Lobelia doesn't have a dick for you to shoot off.
This is true.
Well, okay. I don't blame Halvar for thinking that, but that's not what I'm going to do.
All right,
I'll cast prayer that gives a +1 to attack, damage, saves, and skills for all of our party members, and a -1 to all of the enemies on attack, damage, saves, and skills.
What is the range on that?
It is a 40-foot burst, so
you miss almost everybody on the enemy team.
Oh.
You hit Lobelia and one of the gargoyles.
Where's he at?
There should be two gargoyles, right? The one in front and the one coming up behind. Looks like she's like in between them.
Yes. That one would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, it would hit the one in back as well.
I'm kind of debating on if I need to actually move up and try and hit this guard too, though, instead of the back gargoyle.
And I think miss Kylar.
Yeah, I will miss Kylar.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
don't think there's anywhere I can go to.
Yeah, 8. He's still like 6 squares away.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not really engaged, so I should be okay.
And blocked by a house.
Yeah. So the question is does the guard or the gargoyle look more troublesome?
You don't really even have much of a line on that guard. He's kind of hiding behind the bush at the moment. You can make a perception check to see if you even see him back there. He's intentionally using the tree to kind of hide behind at the moment. Like, I know physically from your space you could see him, but you'd probably have to... You'd need to make a perception check to know if he was actually there. Your current location. You do know that there's a gargoyle coming up behind you, Lobelia in front of you, another gargoyle in front of you, and then the guy out by the tree.
I think... and the back gargoyle is right at the range.
Yes.
And the front gargoyle is not within range.
I think.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, this.
5,
She's talking about this one.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was talking.
Yeah, this one.
Oh,
This
5,
one
10,
and
15, 20.
This one.
They're both right at range for me.
Yep.
Aren't they?
Stop falling through the earth.
Okay, well, I got 2
5, 10,
gargoyles
15,
and
20, 25,
Lobelia
30,
then.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I got these, and I got you guys in the bless, so that works for me. Yeah.
And that was attack, damage, saves, and skills.
It is attack, damage, saves, and skills. Yes, +1 for us and -1 for them.
Okay, so you're just hitting Lobelia and the 2 gargoyles in range.
Yes.
And then your burglars. Okay.
How many rounds?
For what level are we nowadays?
7.
Then 7 rounds.
Choose the tracker in front of you. In front of your spot. Track your rounds. Alright, Becky.
Okay.
Lobelia pops into view. 1 gargoyle flies over. You see another coming from over this direction up above. He's up. They're all up in the air. I'll just say that he's there because that puts him up in the air.
Okay, feel free to say no to this because it's batshit crazy. But
Just preempted.
And don't. Here's the thing. Don't meta it. Just say what Becky's doing.
I'm just saying. Becky
does
would
not.
like.
Becky does not have
would
time.
like to. Becky would,
Becky does not have time to ask for permission. Becky needs to just do what Becky's gonna do.
oh god!
Oh my god!
Okay.
Do it, Becky. We have faith in
out
you.
my bow and my arrow. This is my intention. I'm gonna try and rocket jump over Halavar.
We have
And-
rockets?
Exploding arrows.
and
Oh, Jesus.
crossbody. What's your name? So I can
Make
try
a-
to wrestle the.
Make an
wrestle the ring
intelligence
away.
check.
Ah, this is not an intelligence check. Oh, damn it.
Or no, you're right. It's not. Make a wisdom check.
Yes. Thank you. I miss shooting an explosive at the bomb. This is not a good idea. Actually, no, or maybe. Fuck, I don't know how to justify this.
Well, make a wisdom. You think it is a fantastic idea.
Excellent. Okay. Woo.
Now let's see if you have the dexterity to pull it off.
Yep.
Well, okay, so I've
So
never.
you're-
So
Go on.
describe to me what you're trying to do. Lay it
So
out. for me.
before, I'd like to note I've never used this ability before for my judgment. I'm going to use Purity, which gives me a +1 to my saving throws.
Okay.
So I want to note that. Okay. So let's see. I have the
Give us a visual of exactly what Becky is doing to try to pull this off.
Oh god, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna pull myself up in the process.
Just give us the visual. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so
Let
Becky's
us-
gonna pull
let
out
us
her
figure it
bow
out.
and
Blow herself up again.
if I take 2
Yeah.
arrows, no, I'm not gonna do that because that's gonna be more debuffs, like shooting multiple arrows at the same time. 1 arrow. Becky is gonna run up behind Halavar. She's going to jump as high as she possibly fucking can, shoot the arrow down so it explodes and launches her over Halavar. She's going to then crossbody. What's her name again?
You're trying to land on Lobelia.
Yeah,
And
like
grapple.
literally like turn myself sideways in midair, like full on Sami Zayn, and try and drop her to the ground, and eventually with the intention of then grappling her and seeing if I can get the ring from her.
Okay. How close are you getting to Halavar before you shoot off the arrow? Drop a tab arrow.
I mean, Halavar looks fun, right?
Just how close are you getting?
All day, every day.
Well, I'm gonna get. That's not a good answer. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll knock Halavar in the explosion. I'm gonna do it right behind him, like a little bit, like. I'd drop the arrow.
Tab. Just tap tab. That's nowhere near Halavar. Look at it from a top-down view, not an angled view.
My cat is walking over my keyboard. Sorry.
And
We apparently all have cat issues today.
She's like, I can't get my mouse. She's on my cord.
so you're getting like right up behind Halavar before you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're wanting to take like pretty much as straight a path as possible, run across this area, jump up in the air, shoot an arrow at the ground.
Yes.
Use the explosive force to fly over Halavar and try to land on Lobelia.
Can I grapple? Yeah, can I go into grapple with that?
You can't go into no. That's going to be too much. You can try to body slam her with your weight.
Crossbody is different.
But you can't like you're not going to be able to
pick something up.
But you're not going to be able to actually make the grapple as part of it. If you manage to knock her down. If you manage to knock her down and still be alive, you could attempt to grapple at the beginning of your next turn, or if she attempts to move away from you. If you manage to do this. So, first and foremost, you're running forward, and then you're going to be jumping up, and then shooting at the ground underneath you. So when you get to here, make a reflex save.
Oof, okay.
Or an acrobatics if you have acrobatics.
Remember your +1.
+2 with the prayer, right?
If you have any extra, yeah.
Yeah, you can use a reflex save, acrobatics, or your actual like acrobatics jump skill, whichever one of those you would like to use. I'll let you make.
I am so glad I put a fucking point in acrobatics. Oh my god. All right, guys. Oh, yes.
All right. So.
Oh my god.
So you run forward. You jump up in the air with just perfect dexterity. You draw your bow out, jump up in the air, and you get your shot aimed down at the ground. You don't have to roll very high for this next part because you're aiming at just a square on the ground. But roll an attack.
Can I bang my weapon against the ground? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Can, but you don't need to. 7 again. All right, we're just making sure you didn't crit fail. So you run, you jump up in the air, fairly high, mind you, and you roll.
I am jacked.
And you shoot your arrow at the ground. It hits the ground with an explosive force.
Well, go ahead. There's a spell failure on this. We should roll for that.
There is. Yep, there is. So I'll let you choose high or low for the 10% chance of failure.
Let's go high.
You're choosing which 10% will fail.
90.
91 to 100 will fail.
Actually, no. 1 through 100. 1 through 10. 1 through 10. 1 through 10.
1 through 10. I was saying 1 through 100. You want it to fail? So 1 through 10 fails. Okay.
Yeah. Oh god!
Oh no!
I chose this.
That's a 2.
Oh
no!
That's a total of 2. Just wanted to show that the dice were not lying. I did not flub that. So you run forward. You jump up in the air. You shoot your arrow at the ground, and it just sticks in the ground. And Halavar, make a reflex save.
And here we go. Right? Yeah.
Come on, Halavar, with the reflex save, and then a strength check to just throw him.
Like roll this out to see if I actually could have done it.
Here. We're gonna save this for you because you deserve it.
Oh.
Right, I get a plus 10.
You get a +1 from me too, Halavar.
Plus 11.
Hopefully, I roll through and
29 on my reflex.
Your reflex save is a +10.
I get bonuses from my charisma on all saving throws.
That's right. Forgot about that.
So,
all right. So,
assuming that I see him coming,
you don't. So here's what happens. So you know Becky was behind you.
Approaching you.
You know Becky was behind you. Your senses were attuned, waiting to avoid getting shot in the ass by an explosive arrow. You hear Becky. You hear footsteps running up behind you. You've just been attacked by Lobelia. You spare just a split second to look over your shoulder. You see Becky running, and sure enough, she's got an explosive arrow knocked and tipped into her bow. That very split second of, fuck, as Becky runs up, jumps into the air, and looses an arrow straight at the ground. You, as a reaction, 5-foot shift out of the way, trying to avoid the incoming explosion. So you shift over and just kind of duck down, crouching away from it, as Becky, jumps deftly up into the air. Roll a reflex save, Becky.
Whew. Come on, I can still save this. I can still save this. Give me a second.
It was your first roll, so it should be an 8 mod. I think.
22.
Alright. So you run, you jump up in the air, and you have a negative on your reflex because of how this all went down and the number of actions that you're taking.
Yes,
but you run, you jump up, you shoot at the ground, expecting the explosion. You're like, fuck yeah, I got this. You shoot your arrow, it just straight into the ground, and you have a moment of confusion as you head on your way back down to the ground without any additional force. And you land just on your feet, right where Halavar was standing, face to face with Lobelia. You manage to not fall prone, but you're just standing there with a bow in your hand, no arrows knocked. Hi?
Wonderful. I'm on my feet, correct?
But you are on your feet.
Flip. I think I should do a flip. I did a flip, correct?
Excuse me.
No, you got confused. Like, you jumped up in the air and you were just kind of like concentrating on where'd the explosion go, and you just barely turned back around in time to like not fall face first into her dagger that she's just holding out, hoping it penetrates your heart. Do you catch your balance like right at the last second to stop from just?
It's like those awkward moments where there's like a knife to my chest.
Yeah, basically, she was just waiting for you to impale yourself, basically. And you just stop right in front of her, right where Halavar was standing. Kylar.
Would have been awesome.
You're sitting there picking the lock. Or attempting to get ready to pick the lock. You've pulled out your thieves' tools, I imagine, by this point. When you hear the sounds of like stone grinding on stone, like slithering stony flesh, and the beating of wings flying through the air directly at directly to your right.
And when I look over, do I see anything flying towards me?
Yeah, you see this giant gargoyle up in the sky. Headed straight for you.
Oh, good.
Trust your skills, brother. I think you can get through that door in time.
You know what? Let me see. How far is the guy from me? I'm gonna attempt to pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead and do a disable device. Or no, they don't. It's Pathfinder. The fuck do they put that shit under now?
I do have disabled device.
Disabled device, yeah. Sorry, it just wasn't on this sheet. Did you not put points in disabled device? Who am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at Tim. I pulled up Jesse.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you
that's the theme for this evening.
16, it does not unlock.
Okay.
Even with the plus from the masterwork that you forgot was on there.
Oh, that's right. Did I, as I'm trying to wiggle the lock, do I notice that it's, stronger than most locks, or is the door made of wood?
The door is made of a very sturdy wood. The lock does seem to be like as you're getting in there at the gears, it does seem to be a very, very good lock.
Okay.
You feel like if you had more time to work on it and bide your time, you could probably get through it, but it would definitely take some working at to do.
Well then. I'm going to. How tall is the roof from where I am? Is it pretty? Is it like?
It's high.
Just a little bit higher than I am. Is it high?
Yeah, it's like a story and a half for the height of the building. I mean, it's not something you could just jump up and grab.
Okay. And I just have one gargoyle coming towards me, right?
As far as you can tell right now, correct.
As far as I can see. And do I hear anything else going on around in the area?
You hear sounds of probable combat taking place around the side of the house.
Okay. I'm trying to think. So I still have just a move action?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to move along the side of the house and then under, oops, like under this little area that's right over here.
So you're just trying to get like underneath this overhang?
I don't think I can actually place my character under that though.
Under it, no, but we'll just put you above it for now. And say that that's where you are.
Okay. And I think I'll have to end my turn there.
Are you chilling on the roof?
Tim, you've witnessed Becky almost get herself impaled after shooting a dud of an explosive arrow.
I'm not some words with the Thieves Guild. The asshole who sold me this arrow.
Now that we've really started combat, I'm gonna go ahead and cast haste on the party, so we can make a little bit quicker work of everybody.
Okay.
And I will actually then also move just over slightly.
Okay. Goons. This guy's gonna take a shot at Tim again. He's not engaged in melee combat. And that will be that one's probably gonna hit. That's a 24 AC.
If it's that's a hit.
For 1 whole damage.
Pew.
You rolled poorly. And does a 17 AC hit you?
No.
Didn't crit. But he does do 6 damage on the second attack.
Pew.
He's making up for that first one.
Yep.
This guy comes out from behind his bush and comes over to engage you.
Son of a bitch.
Doesn't get an attack on you because he just moved melee. Or just double move to get there to close the distance on you. But he does move up against you. And Halavar. Becky just landed right next to you. In a sprawl of feet and hands flailing in the air.
I will go ahead and attack Lobelia.
Okay.
You are hastened.
I am hastened 4 round.
Alright, so...
+1 on attack as well there.
Okay, I'll just have to remember to add that.
And an additional attack at your full bonus.
So 21 AC.
Miss.
That's with my +1 on there too.
Yeah. Definitely a miss. And that's gonna be a miss.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And gargoyles. All right. So this gargoyle, seeing that Lobelia is in trouble-ish. Okay. This gargoyle is gonna fly over, and then drop down right behind Halavar. This gargoyle is gonna fly over and drop down right behind Becky. And then they're both going to make an attack against each of you.
Wonderful. A bad idea.
So Halavar misses. Becky, a 25 AC.
Oh, god damn it. 20, yes, it does.
So 4 damage. Okay. And then this one will move up next to Celissa. Crits. $13 damage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 30, 5, 10. He moves up to here, but still flying. And that puts it back to Lobelia, who, seeing Halavar is a dangerous threat, but he's fully armored and has weapons out, whereas she has somebody in front of her that is only holding a bow. So she's going to make all 3 attacks against Becky.
Ah, wonderful.
The first attack is a miss. Second attack is a miss. Third attack is a miss, because I rolled 5s for all 3 of those rolls.
Finally.
So that's going to put it at Becky. Your turn. You're standing there holding nothing but a bow.
If I shoot at this range, I'm gonna provoke, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you draw a weapon at this range, you're going to provoke.
Twice.
Basically, you're going to provoke.
No matter what I do, I'm going to provoke. Correct?
You could take 2 5-foot shifts and get out of being flanked.
Well, that's the provoke.
Huh? No, you would 5-foot shift and then 5-foot shift. It would use both of your move actions completely, but it's basically you retreating from being flanked in a defensive manner. But it's the only way that you're going to get out of melee, out of being flanked, without getting attacks of opportunity.
No, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I was just debating whether I want to try and grapple her or not, or try and use like castigate to see if I can make her shaken.
You could try to grapple her. You did get a couple of points in wrestling. I don't know if you've been putting points in there when you level. But you did get wrestling as a skill.
Okay. Oh shit! I forgot about that. I think I did put something in there. 1 second.
We put that on a note card or something for you, I thought. Yeah, wrestle, you're up to 7.
7.
So you could try to grapple her.
Oh shit!
And that would be a bonus to your grapple check.
Such a generous
I should put much more thought into this. If I was considering running. Actually, what I was also considering doing was like, with the haste, I'll still be able to attack one, right? I still have
No, that's only on a full attack action that you get the one additional attack. Miss Ginger Ninja, thank you very much for that host with your amazing 9 beautiful people. How are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for coming over to Ironwood Tavern. How'd your stream go, Ginger? Go ahead, Becky. What are you gonna do to get out of this situation?
Yeah, can I shift 5-foot shift away, then grapple so I don't provoke from the gargoyle?
You could, yes. You could 5-foot shift here.
Yeah.
And then attempt to grapple, yes.
Yeah. Let's try and do this.
All right.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yep. With you in the party, I really should just have this page bookmarked. But I don't for some reason. Grapple.
I mean, we're gonna make the best of the situation because no matter what I do, either I'm gonna get attack opportunity or I'm gonna blow someone up because I have explosive arrows out.
What's up, Runt? How you doing?
I
Ginger. No worries. Have a good night.
I heavily considered Halvar doing my full attack round and saying I'm so sorry, but I decided against it.
All right. So first things first. You're going to where's the initiating a grapple? I think you make a combat maneuver attack, so your combat maneuver plus your wrestling. And this goes against her CMD.
I got see if I have a judgment for that. Would that just be if the attack roll would go to my CMB or?
So yeah, you would roll a 20 with the bonus from your CMB and the bonus from your wrestling.
No, and wrestling's a skill.
I'm just trying to see if my judgment can help me with this.
What's the wording on judgment?
Give me a second. I gotta pull up the page again.
Because it very, very well could, but it depends on what
I can change it. Because before it was a sacred bonus to all saving throws, or I could do it on all attack rolls.
You would consider this an attack roll, so yes, it would apply.
So I switch it. Okay. So yeah.
You also get the +1 from the bless. So you get +2 from that, +7 from your wrestling, +1 from haste, I think.
So it's 7 plus a 2 from the buff spells.
So you get a +10 plus whatever your CMB is.
Okay, what is my CMB? I'm gonna pull something off yet. Another 7.
Another 7. All right, there you go. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. While you're doing that, guys, if you're coming in from Miss Ginger Ninja's channel, welcome again to Ironwood Tavern, home of your Friday night Pathfinder and D&D. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I usually do GM prep or craft work, but my crafting area is a total fucking wreck right now. So right now we just play video games while I mentally figure out what the next campaign is going to be. So. Gaming on Fridays, or D&D on Fridays, and then what the fuck ever on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Lately, Destiny and Divinity Original Sin 2, occasionally with Paul. And did your camera never come back up, Ben?
Yeah, no, my Skype crashed, and I was trying to get back into it, but no, it wasn't working. Like, I'm trying right now.
Gotcha, okay.
All right,
so
Cat did not look very thrilled about that.
And so was that 26 your roll for your CMB?
Correct.
Okay. And she gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
Which she is not expecting you to do, so she completely whiffs her attack of opportunity.
Fuck yeah.
So you grapple her in a wrestling style move. So which wrestling style move are you using?
Okay, I have it, Reno. Do you remember Zack Sabre Jr.'s finish to the cruiserweight match? Reno's not here. Because it's a wrestling move I know Reno liked.
But if he doesn't, I don't know. I don't remember.
Give me a
So
second.
you're gonna have,
I will link.
you're gonna have to describe. No, just describe it because the chat needs to, or our chat needs to know what you're doing as well.
So basically, if I'm once I get him down on the ground, I'm going to get both of her arms behind her back, and then pinch them down. I close them with my legs. Sorry, it's hard. You're trying
to do the pin condition.
I'm trying to hold her arms behind her back so she can't do anything with my legs.
Okay, so you're applying the pinned condition under grappling.
Yeah.
So okay. Sorry. So you grapple her. She's not on the ground as of yet. That would take a different action after you actually have them grappled. But on your next action, you could attempt to get her onto the ground with her arms pinned, but currently you have her grappled with her arms pulled behind her back.
Okay. Actually, fuck. I should change. If I realized I've going to a pin attempt is separate, I should have just changed it. Well, I'll stick with it. It's fine.
You've got her restrained at the moment. So she is restrained temporarily. So then, Kylar, you come around this corner, and you see this dude rolling up on Tim. You see two gargoyles over here next to Halavar. Becky has just entered into a grapple with Lobelia, and you see another gargoyle behind Celissa.
If I move in between the two gargoyles next to Halavar, will that provoke a attack of opportunity? Even though if
you were to move up in between them, yes. Because remember, the gargoyles can see you. It would seem.
Right. Okay.
You could move here, or you could move here so that you're in flanking with Halavar.
I'm going to...
If you have enough movement for that.
How much movement, I think. And we have haste, right? So I have like 70 movement or something?
You were out of range, unfortunately.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
You were out of range for all the good stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move up.
You were like inside there, so 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
So you're gonna move up next to Tim.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
into flanking with Tim.
Yes.
It doesn't do you any good if Tim doesn't have a weapon out.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to make sure I'm in between both Hot Bottom and where Tim is.
So,
but I don't think I'm. What's that?
So you want to get between Tim and Hot Bottom?
I want to get as close to Hot Bottom as I can without provoking the two gargoyles.
30.
Get
right.
Hot Bottom,
with your boots, you could get to here without provoking any attacks of opportunity. Going like this way around Tim.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that then.
You could take a double move. You just wouldn't get any attacks this round. Whereas if you move here, you could at least attack this guy for now.
Oh, that's fine then. I'm gonna take a double.
Nice.
30. And she's restrained, so she doesn't get an attack of opportunity against you right now. So you're fine to move there.
Yeah. And then I'll pass from there.
Okay. Tim, you've got a dude in your face.
I'm gonna shift.
Alright.
Back.
And blow him up.
And then slow. I'm hoping this will take effect on. Let's see. I have a 40-foot range on it, so everyone here is in range except for the little guy behind the tree.
Yep.
And then I think. I know we've talked about this. No two can be more than 30 feet apart, which they are.
It doesn't look like any of them are.
Any two specifically would be. So as long as these two outside ones, that doesn't. I don't know if that's how that's read or not.
No, as long as no two of them, like, because these are all within, like, I think of it as like a linking chain kind of thing. So, like, it's flowing through, and as long as the next person in the chain is within 30 feet, and they're all within the total range, then it's fine.
Okay. Cool. So they all are. Let's see. So will negates and spell resistance does apply.
Spell resistance does apply. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's double check.
And then, so it's a 3rd level spell, and I'm casting it as a caster level 3.
Surprisingly, they don't have.
Is that right?
Oh my god, so cute.
So, alright. But
God.
what's the will check again, though?
I'm sorry, I have to keep figuring out how this works again.
I'm pretty sure it's your level, your 10 plus your modifier plus the spell level.
The spell level plus, yeah, okay. So it's 13 plus 5. So it's an 18.
Velia passes it. The goon right next to you passes it. And then we'll start with the gargoyle behind Salissa. What was the total again? 18?
18.
Passes.
Damn it.
Fails. On the table. Passes. And then the last gargoyle passes. So 1 gargoyle.
1. Damn.
This one.
Sorry, guys. Wow.
Slow. So that one failed. That's the only one.
Paul, my cat's looking at your cat.
Whenever I'm up this late, he's like, "It's time to go to bed, dude."
Now it is the goons. This goon will step forward and attack you. Try to attack you again. 5-foot shift. That will miss. And that will also miss. I'm fairly certain. What's your AC is not a
19.
So yeah. So that will miss and that will miss. Goon will take a shot at Becky. And that will be a 24.
Oh my god. 23. So yeah, it's close. Yeah, that takes their hit.
6 damage.
Did she take her -1 from prayer?
The goon
That guy's
was
that guy's out.
range.
Yeah, the
Oh,
goon
he
across
was out of
was
range. Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, Becky.
Oh, but you do have a +1 dodge bonus, so remember that from haste.
Oh, do I? So that'd be a 24 then.
If it was just by 1.
Yeah. Then I didn't add that, so.
Let's remember it for next time. At this point, it's done, but remember it for next time.
Ah!
Gotta keep track of your stats, bro. Hey, Becky.
Yeah.
High or low?
Such a generous host.
Well, because low fucked me so hard last time, I want to let it redeem itself. So let's go low.
Alright, you're gonna go low? Alright, before we do that, I have to say, Vampire Kitten, thank you very much for that 14 viewer host. How you doing tonight? How was your stream? Guys and gals, welcome to Ironwood Tavern, your home for Friday Night Pathfinder.
Here, Tuesdays and see Becky get fucked.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do GM prep and crafting normally, but right now I don't really have much planning to do, and my crafting area is a wreck, so I've been doing gaming instead, some Destiny 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, and always Rocket League. Thank you for spending your Friday nights by dropping by here. Hope you guys have a great evening. Let's roll these dice and see if it comes out low again. It did not come out low, which means that the arrow that's in the ground explodes.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Becky.
which was right here. So, what did we say that was? A 1d8? Go ahead and roll that 1d8.
It was a 1d10.
No, 1d10 for the direct hit, 1d8 for the area burst.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No worries, VK. Thank you very much for that host, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. I very much appreciate it.
Wait, Adam, was that what was the roll on that? Was it somewhere in the middle?
What do you mean? It was
how
right
high?
here.
How high was it?
It was 30 something.
Okay. Didn't matter what I picked then. It would have gone off no matter what.
Yeah, it would have gone off. Yes, but I had to give you the chance. I rolled a number of rounds for it, and that number of rounds has passed. But yeah, did you roll the damage and I missed it?
Oh no, sorry. 6.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start with you. Make a reflex save.
You have a +1 from me.
And from haste.
So you have a +2.
However, you're going to need to make one as well.
Thanks, Becky.
14.
So you take 6 damage. Halavar, you manage to kind of position yourself between the gargoyle and the explosion. The gargoyle just kind of shrinks down on himself and turns himself back to stone, placing his wings against the ground so the explosion just kind of rolls up and over him. And he takes no damage. Lobelia uses Becky's body to shield her from the explosion.
Lobelia had a -1 from me as well. So
She still
did the
passed it.
gargoyles.
They all passed it.
I tried.
So yeah, you guys. Becky takes 6 damage from the exploding arrow. Everybody else is fine.
You blew yourself up again.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
Well, and not the last.
And that puts us to Halavar, I believe. Correct.
Correct.
That was the gargoyle's turn? No.
That was
No,
also
that was the end of the that Tim went, the goons went, and then that was the end of the goons' turn.
yes.
Then how did the gargoyle already attack me?
The gargoyle didn't attack you yet. He attacked you last turn.
No. I haven't gone since the gargoyle attacked me.
It does kind of seem like it's been a minute since Celissa went.
Celissa, it's your turn.
I haven't gone since the gargoyle attacked me. I needed to know if the gargoyle has a evil alignment or any alignment. Really.
You see them as tonight is not Becky's night. No. Let's see. Does it? These gargoyles. What alignments can you detect?
Really, just good and evil. Yeah.
They don't seem like they have either a good or evil alignment.
Okay. All right. In that case, I will cast Sanctuary, and anybody attacking me has to make a will save
to be able to complete the attack.
To complete the attack. Yep.
Okay.
And it will be.
What sort of a spell is that? Is it a verbal semantic? Casting time?
Verbal semantic and whatever DF is. I forget what DF is.
Okay, so important question first then. Are you going to shift before you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the answer is yes. I will.
I'll give you that little meta nudge this once.
I appreciate that.
All right, so you cast that. You shift over and cast that, and then it is Halavar's turn magically. Lobelia is currently being pinned by Becky. Well, actually, Becky, make a secondary reflex save.
God damn it.
Damn it, Becky.
You could do it.
Well, I have a plan. I can make this all worth it. If I can just have my hands free so I can cast a fucking spell. Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
You're okay. You managed to maintain your grapple on Lobelia from the explosion hitting you. That was to see if the explosion rocked you enough to make you slip up on your grapple, but you're able to maintain it. So okay, Halavar. Lobelia is still being grappled in front of you. You have 2 gargoyles to your back. Shift. It's nudge, nudge, nudge. We can't hear you, Jesse.
Odd. Okay. Just gonna. I will shift to here, which is what I was saying, and I will attack Lobelia.
All right.
Like with that pin behind her back, I'm assuming that like if I were to
You get bonuses.
impale said person, that
You
like it would go
are-
straight into Becky, right?
Lawful good. That is a
potentially.
straight up fucking murder.
Oh,
Laws of his god, not laws of men.
that's right. She looked at me sideways.
Hey, when she was a child, she saw Palor's light, man. She could still be redeemed.
She's part of the plot against the king.
I'm
We also
pretty-
have-
Doesn't mean she has to die.
No, I'm pretty sure she needs to die.
She
Look, my
could
entire-
survive.
My entire plan, guys, was to take her alive. And I have risked a lot of shit in order to do so.
Well, there's no meta, so
I'm not sure
Halavar's wanting to
risk
stab a
is
bitch.
really
Halavar's
the-
gonna stab a bitch.
Stab her. Put it right through her throat, Halvar.
We're not gonna meta this. Halavar's taking his turn. Halavar's gonna
I'm
stab
just
some
saying.
shit.
And you guys criticize me. That's all I'm saying. You guys criticize me for not being lawful good.
You're as far from lawful good as is humanly
I am
possible.
sorry. I am trying. Like, look, if I'm able, to submit her, like, if I can make her shaken, she's no longer a threat. We don't have to kill her.
Well, Halavar doesn't know that you're gonna do that yet, so Halavar's attacking her.
Well, that's fine. We'll get to my turn eventually.
21.
With her being grappled, that will hit.
Yay.
No shit, it won't.
Stop it.
You guys are welcome, by the way. You're fucking welcome.
7.
You just
Believe
open the boob.
Okay. And you only did a 5-foot shift, so you still get your full attacks. So you have 2 more if you want to take them.
Okay.
That will also
3.
hit.
Five.
And last one.
Oh. I don't do a whole lot of damage unless I'm charging. Just so that we're clear.
Stop it.
And that
And
will miss.
I'm sure that I'll miss. Okay. See, that's what I normally would be relying upon Becky for after she hit a Snicker bar and was down to business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, no, you get the shit kicked out of you normally. I have
Whoa.
seen the shit kicked out of you.
Whoa. I'm sensing a bit of hostility here.
I am trying to save a life, goddammit. I know my party members. I'm gonna have the risk getting stabbed by them.
You should try to save the worst people. Just let the bitch die.
See, I'm
You know
curious
what?
about. Oh,
We're gonna
man.
save these pedophile murderers, but it's all good, right?
Sucks.
So, alright, so first gargoyle is going to take an attack against him.
That's the best part.
He's going to miss. He had a bad landing. What is the will save against you, Solissa? What is the total for that?
700.
700, like the 700 answer better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. What's the real one?
The real one is 15.
And that's a will save?
Mm-hmm.
So that will fail.
And they have
for
a
the
negative
first
1.
And the second one will also fail. So what happens? They just don't go through with the attack?
The attack action is lost.
Okay. And
the
then
action itself is...
Yeah, it's just used up. They don't make the attack. Alright, and then
Yeah.
this one's going to try to actually do a... Well, actually, for... Yes, so they don't get to do either of their attacks. This guy's going to 5-foot step forward, and he's going to do a full attack on Becky, which has potentially going to be not very fun. But the first attack misses. Second attack. Becky, high or low?
I mean, low redeemed itself. Let's continue with the low.
I don't know if that was redemption when the arrow exploded on your ass.
but it went low, and the dice this time rolled a 5. So you've got Lobelia pinned. You've got her arms behind her back. Halavar is just like walked up and starts trying to Jon Snow her, just dagger, like swords just going right into her. You pissed off because you want to try to do your castigate and get some information out of her. Like after his last stab, you're not sure if he's going to keep going, so you try to yank her away. As you do so, the gargoyle, like you see that this gargoyle has come up behind you. You see his claws. You see his claws passing by your face as he misses with both of those. Furious, he reaches forward to try to bite you. As you're spinning, and because he rolled a 1 on that attack, you actually put Lobelia. Right. You put Lobelia between yourself and him, and he bites Lobelia's head.
Clean off.
For 8 damage.
See, goddamn it! What would you guys do without me?
You're the one saying you want to save her, and then you use her as a meat.
I'm saying meta one. That's just Becky. I'm just saying, like, hey man, I've taken away the extremely dangerous person all by myself, and what have you guys done? You've either been attacked by her or you just poke her a little bit.
And then
Halavar, I've seen you walk up and just like failing your attack and just poke people.
All right, so Becky, you spin Lobelia. The gargoyle like is reaching for you, bites her. She screams something at it, in like a magical tongue, and it kind of recoils a little bit, and then you can feel her arms like they're pinned behind her back, but you feel her like she pushes her weight forward a little bit, and then just slams her body back into you. And a 25 to hit.
Fucking kidding me?
And another 24 to hit.
So yeah,
you didn't take her weapons away when you pinned her.
She has -1 for each of those attacks, right?
Yep.
Yes, she does. So only 1 hits then. Oh
no,
gosh, no!
I included those. I included the -1 in those rolls.
And just 1 hits then.
I thought you were 24 for your second one as well. I thought you were 24 AC even with your bonus. Or you 25 said with the bonus.
Wait, what? So it was 25 and what?
25 and 24.
Oh, so the 24 still hits then?
Yeah, because I included the -1s in my rolls. So they both hit?
Yep.
Okay.
Apparently then.
Would those be against touch AC anyway, since they're grappling?
I mean, basically, it still has to get through his armor.
Okay. I was just curious.
But it But it would be a flat-footed AC, so there's no dex involved in it. On the table. So 9 more damage. And make a reflex save.
Thank fuck.
28, okay. Okay. So you guys, she stabs you in the legs, basically, one in each leg, but you've still got her arms pinned. She does manage to shuffle you both backwards, a 5-foot step from slamming into you and the stabbing. Celissa, you're surrounded by gargoyles who are just staring at you because they couldn't attack you for some reason.
Can't attack me. Yep. Do that on purpose. Becky's taking damage. Halavar's taking damage. Tim, have you taken damage?
I took a little bit of damage. So far, I've been lucky.
And Kylar?
I'm good.
I was like, I'm alright, I'm fine.
Yep, just chilling. I'm watching the nonsense unfold in front of me.
It's a random explosion.
Becky has not told you that she has a secret. She knows a secret. Becky, if she survives,
I'm the one who told you. I'm the one who told you guys where it was.
I've got a secret.
Jesus Christ.
I'll channel energy, which does not which does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Which one are you channeling against? And is this an aligned or just a straight channel of energy?
Target living. Okay. Yeah, no, target living. So good guys will get healing of 14 points.
Okay, so you're spending
Nice.
healing. Okay. You're channeling energy as a healing, not as a damage.
Right. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
Damage would be to undead, and there's no undead here. So
Gotcha. Okay.
channel to good guys.
Alright. And then you just, not really like you have a whole lot of choice, but you're just standing there.
Yeah, I kind of don't have a whole lot of choice. I'll go full defensive, just in case they do break the sanctuary.
Okay. Are you gonna... You don't have any weapons out, do you? No, I don't think you ever said you pulled your mace out.
I never drew the mace out.
Okay, so it's fine. You just don't have a weapon to defend yourself with, but you can still take the full defense action. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So Becky, you just got stabbed in the legs and shifted backwards.
So if I wanted to cast Cascade on her, I have a judgment to give me a +1 to this. Let me double check on this.
But I'm pretty sure you would have to let her go. Cast Cascade.
Well, if you look at what in my head, at least what I see in the Discord, my hands are free. In theory, my hands would be free.
Why is it so loud?
Oh yeah, sorry, I could not find the regular one. Wait till...
You never finished the action to bring her to the ground.
What? Damn, I should have said Hurricane Rana. That would have put her on the ground right away.
You didn't do that on your next turn. When your next turn came around, that's not what you chose to do. So you never finished the grapple that you were intending to do, so she's not on the ground pinned like that.
Oh, I thought... Wait, I had a turn? Fuck, I forgot about that. Oh shit, my... This happened. Screen went black.
You need a new computer, bro. Why am I saying bro so much lately? I think TwitchCon broke me. I don't think it matters because I think Kylar's going to murder her this turn.
Yep.
Yep. Okay with it.
Come on, Kyler.
Oh, you're pinned. That means you're flat-footed. That means I get sneak attack on all of my attacks.
If I could friggin' land them.
She's flat-footed, so she doesn't have her dex bonus.
Oh, good.
Unless for some reason Becky lets go.
Unless for some reason Becky lets go. This is true.
Do I get a
Unless-
bonus since I'm still invisible?
You haven't attacked yet, so actually, yes. Well, I mean, it's calculated, but yeah. Yeah, nobody even knows that you're there right now, except for the gargoyles.
What is happening?
I think Becky's...
I think, yeah, Becky's still on a black screen, I think.
We can still see you moving around, though, Ben, so I don't know. Can you hear us? Nod your head. His Discord crashed. Okay.
Yep.
That's because there's two dudes getting thirsty in Discord.
Okay, so there we go. I'm
There you
back.
go.
Sorry.
Okay.
Where were we at?
Jeez, man, you need a new computer. It's your turn. Kylar is likely going to murder her next turn, just on his action, just so that you're aware.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep pinning so Kyle can do that.
Okay.
Becky doesn't realize it, but I've accepted this fact. I might as well let Kyle murder her.
All right, so you're just going to maintain the pin?
Yep, get her arms behind her back like the hold.
Okay. All right, so you're going to try to drop her to the ground and hold her like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack with your CMB and your wrestling. Or just make a wrestling check since you've already got her pinned. You've already got her in the ground, so just make a wrestling.
If we had the CMB, it'll be super high.
I know. Just make a wrestling check. You've already got her grappled, so you're just
22.
maintaining the grapple, but you're attempting to modify it. All right. Yeah, you maneuver her to the ground and put her in that hold. So you're standing there, Halavar and Kylar, and then all of a sudden, Lobelia gets
not gonna like this.
swung around, slammed down to the ground, and arms pinned behind her back in a very weird fashion. But she's just laying there, waiting to be stabbed at this point, Kylar.
I've presented her to you essentially.
That's right.
If you fuck this up, I
know, right? It's all gonna be crit fails.
you're gonna fuck it up. Better not. All my fucking hard work. It ends with this. You're welcome. You are welcome.
I mean, she is. I'm not gonna say it's a coup de grace because she can still wiggle around some, to try to fight it off. But she is definitely flat-footed, and she doesn't know that you're about to attack. At least with your first one. As soon as you make that first attack, you won't be invisible anymore. But she'll still be flat-footed, so you'll still get your sneak attack on any attack that lands.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna.
+1 from haste. Oh no, you weren't around for haste.
Yeah,
so
I don't have haste.
Just your straight attacks.
$13 probably does not hit.
It does not.
Jeez. Yep. 24.
That one will definitely hit.
20 damage.
Okay.
She not dead. I have to had like gutted her.
No, she's not dead.
What a bitch.
Oh, she got 3 attacks, man. She,
Don't you get?
Normal.
Don't you get a third attack?
No, he doesn't have haste.
But he's 2-weapon fighting, and he has 2-weapon fighting.
Oh, that's right.
And you got up to having your second attack, so you've got your 2 normal attacks, and then your 2 normal attacks, and then your 2-weapon attack. And that one will hit as well.
So another 15.
Okay. She looks really pissed off.
She just looks pissed.
She's bleeding. She's bleeding a lot, but she looks more pissed than anything.
Maybe this is a good thing that we're not trying to save her.
I don't think we. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
I should like try to cut off her hand and take her ring.
Okay, so Halavar, here's a question for you. Oh, sorry, Kylar, here's a question for you. What did you do with the ring you were carrying?
We're gonna blow ourselves up.
Yeah, what did I do with the ring I was carrying?
Because I don't remember you saying that you put it in the bag of holding. I think you just put it back in your pocket for now. If
I was under the impression he had it locked up in a little hidey hole lockbox.
Yeah.
Remember he went back to his.
He went and grabbed it from his. He went and grabbed it from his apartment. That's what he was doing, is like checking out the ring more on the outskirts of town. When he was
before the Thieves Guild.
Rebranded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before he was brought back to the Thieves Guild. So he had it on him in the Thieves Guild. So the question is what he did with it from there. And I thought that he had said that he just put it back in his pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, I just have it on my person.
Okay.
Because if it's after the events of me putting it under lock and key, then yeah.
Okay. So you.
Well, no, because I never had it at the Thieves Guild though, because I didn't want it around my guild master.
But you never.
The session that you weren't here, that's how I explained why you weren't with the party and why you weren't at home. Is you had gone and gotten the ring and you were taking it to the outskirts of town, and that's what you were doing when you got your tattoo back, as you were checking it out in secret and hiding when your tattoo came back.
Okay.
So you had it with you. It was the explanation of why you weren't with the party.
Okay, because I remember having that conversation with the guild master where I didn't have it with me.
Initially, the very
Right.
first time that you went to him, you didn't have it. But when you guys went back to the Thieves Guild, when you guys all got kind of rescued, you had it with you at that time because you didn't have it at your apartment. And if you did have it at your apartment, FYI, it's gone because they tore apart your apartment.
Yeah. So then if it's after that, then it's the time of when I was outskirt of town, had the tattoo. So yeah, I still have it on me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nothing at this point. But that was Kylar's turn. Tim, it is your turn. You are the flanked.
Yeah. So I am going to.
Hopefully not die.
That's the hope. All right. Let's see. So I can't shift and move and then still do anything else, right? Because that would be 2 moves.
Correct. And to get out of flanking, you would technically have to double shift. So you wouldn't even get to make any distance away from them.
No. So I'm going to move and hope for the best.
Unless you've got any points in acrobatics, you could try to tumble away.
I do not.
Alright, so you're going to actually... Are you moving or are you shifting?
I'm moving. So provoking
Alright.
twice.
Alright. Goon. Will hit you with a 26.
That hits.
And the gargoyle will you with a claw. So, d6 and d6. So, sword is 4 damage, and the claw from the gargoyle is 7 damage.
Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to try another spell. I'm going to be trying to maximize this, so sorry, Celissa, but you're going to have to try to save. It's this targeting in here so that I hit all of the gargoyles and this goon. Okay. Unfortunately, that is not... Actually... Wait, hold on. Is that the right spot? This
What's
one will get both of those and the gargoyle.
And
This one would actually. This one could get her and actually.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go here, and so it'll be
Yeah.
Halavar and Celissa both will need to save.
Don't worry about
Okay.
me. That's a good plan.
It's confusion.
Okay.
It's a will save. It would be a 19 to save, and spell resistance does apply.
A little bit higher of a save. All right.
Elvar,
Alright, and
don't
it's-
forget you have a +1 from.
And it's a will, you said,
Prayer.
right?
Yes.
All right. So let's roll Abilia first, since she's the prime target. She fails.
All right.
And then what do we got? All 4 gargoyles are in the range.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gargoyles are, that's a fail. That's a save. Save. Fail. So this one is slowed. And
It's slow?
confused.
That where's? Oh.
No, no,
slow.
no, no.
I get you. I
He's
get you. I
He's
followed.
slowed one before. All right.
Yeah, what was the save again?
It's a 19 will.
Okay, I actually failed that. I got a 17.
Oh, man.
Including your +1 from
Yeah.
Bless.
I had a 16 modifier and I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What about Celissa?
I'm good. I rolled a 26.
Oh, okay, I missed it. All right, so Tim, tell the folks at home what confused does.
You're unable to determine your actions. You're going to roll, or I will, I guess, roll on the following table at the start of each subject's turn each round to see what it does in that round. Quarter or 25% chance of acting normally, so you can go ahead and take your actions. 25% chance of doing nothing but babble incoherently. 25% chance of dealing 1d8 damage plus your strength to yourself.
Oh.
And a 25% chance to attack the nearest creature, whatever that creature is. Okay.
Fun.
All right. So then it's the goon's turn. And because of the placement, it missed both the goons, correct, for confusion?
No, it would have hit the one that was right next to me.
Oh, okay. Let's check for him. He also failed, so he is confused as well. So, all right. Go ahead and I'll let you roll it if you want.
Cool. Let's see. How would I? I'll roll a d10 and a d10.
Yeah, just roll 2d10. And then we'll take them in the order that it populates them.
Alrighty.
Just like we would for...
So the 10 and a
10.
0.
Yeah.
So that is an act normally.
Okay. So he will shift over and try to attack you.
Alrighty.
And he will hit. And I'm just gonna roll the second one as well. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, that don't sound good.
Yeah. Ouch.
All things considered, I still. Ouch.
I may or may not require immediate assistance.
19 damage.
Ooh.
How much? I'm sorry?
19.
Eh,
He crit on his second attack.
3. Plus 1. Alright, I'm down to 7 health.
Ouch.
Rutwo.
Alright.
And this second goon, now that Kylar is visible, will shoot at Kylar. For a total of 21.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Let's see. Was the guard affected by slow?
No. So he has no modifiers and you have no modifiers. So just what's your AC?
My AC is 20, but I'm trying to see if I had anything for. I guess uncanny dodge doesn't apply to that. It's just a regular attack, right? So it hits.
So 4 damage.
Okay.
Alright, and then Goons Halavar.
Halavar is probably going to drool on himself.
Make that roll, Tim. Let's see what Halavar does. 17. You roll. You actually
normally. Excellent.
So he shifts forward and finishes killing Lobelia.
He
Is
will try.
what I'm imagining.
All right. All right. So just a normal attack.
Yep, you get all 3 of them.
For the love of God, don't miss.
You hit.
17. Hit. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Like he said, he doesn't do much damage if he's not.
I'm not built to do damage. I'm built to soak attacks.
And 3rd attack. That will hit.
That's a crit too. Possibly.
Nice.
Do it.
Confirm it.
Unfortunately
not confirmed. Just damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so
How many hits do
I
you
believe
have?
that would be an 11 total damage.
Yeah, she's pretty angry. Hey Bob, how's it going tonight? Yes, I do. I like the Stream Legends thing as well. I sometimes just sit there running through the different maps. What's going on tonight, Bob? How you doing?
Unfortunately with Halavar, my build, just so that we're all clear, normally I wouldn't do this. I like doing massive damage, but I built myself to go out there, wade into it, and just get attacked on so other people can kill.
Mm-hmm.
Why the AC is so high and the damage is so low. But
yeah. Tim, that would be your turn.
Wait, what?
Your turn. Wait, what happened?
I think it's the gargoyle.
Halavar. I skipped. It's the gargoyle's turn. My brain looked at Kylar instead of Halavar. So yeah, it's the gargoyle's turns.
Tim's over here like, I was hoping for a heal before it was my turn again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also in a good position to just take off, run away.
The leader is being attacked.
So yeah. So we'll say 1 through 3 is Becky. So Becky. So the
Wonderful.
gargoyle is going to make a full attack action against you.
Bring it on.
That is going to be a 20, so that misses. That is going to be a 25, so I'm pretty sure that hits. For 6 damage.
Uh-oh.
Roll high or low, high or low, Becky.
Let's go high.
Okay. So it crit fails again, but it doesn't bite Lobelia again. It just goes to snap at you again, and it loses its footing, and like one of its paws just kind of slips to the ground.
Still doing damage.
Yeah, it's one of its paws slips to the ground and just loses its traction and falls prone to the side of you. So So both of the ones around Celissa are confused. So roll for both of them if you don't mind, Tim. Doing all right, Bob.
I got a 93 and an 82.
All right. So what are they both are?
So 93 and 82, they are both attack nearest creature.
Okay. So
You still have to
be
beat my
Celissa.
will
It
save.
happens to be
Yeah.
Celissa again. Yes.
I'm
So all right.
still in
So
Sanctuary.
will save. For the first one is a
With
19 on the
negative ones.
die. Yeah, it's a 19 on the die, not counting their bonus. So that one's gonna make it. And the second one is an 11 on the die with only a +4, so the second one will not. So the first one is going to take all 3 of his attacks against you.
I don't like that.
So an 18 to hit,
No.
a 19 to hit. Oh no, sorry, a 20
No.
hit.
No.
And the third attack will also miss. Alright, so he fails against you. And then the other gargoyle over here by Tim is not hindered. However, he is going to fly over and attack Becky.
Wonderful.
Only gets one of his attacks because he had to move to get there. That die went on the floor, so I'm rolling a new one. And he's gonna miss you. And then that puts it to Lobelia's turn. Where did that die even go?
Out of curiosity, did I need to roll another will save for fusion, or is it just on me until it expires?
Dim.
I believe it's each turn. Or
Oh.
no,
Does it have?
I'm sorry. No, it's
iteration?
just the once. It's 7 rounds.
7 rounds. Oh.
And it does not say anything about. Or wait, actually, as long as it is still confused when its turn comes.
So then, yeah, it's just the number of rounds then.
Gotcha.
Everyone does want to attack Becky because Becky currently has the boss of all of these people pinned down in a wrestling move. So yeah, everybody's not happy with Becky right now. As far as the bad guys go, anyway. So what was that? That was
saving your ass.
Lobelia's turn. So Lobelia is going to try to break your grapple. Oh no, that's not what she's doing. She can do both, actually. So Lobelia's going to try to break your grapple. So you need to roll a CMD. Or no, you just have your CMD. What's your CMD?
Check.
Shouldn't be that far off from your AC.
One second, I'm switching over.
Willing to bet she failed.
Uh, 22.
Okay, yeah. So she did not break the grapple. But as she's trying to break free from you, you hear her start mumbling to herself, in kind of hushed tones. Kylar, you feel your pocket starting to get slightly warm.
Oh.
Halavar, you're starting to detect the presence of evil.
I activate Smite.
Welcome.
So that's
Confused.
you're
It's
starting
a
to
confused smite.
you're starting to sense those things.
This is my Becky. My
Celissa.
exes, I know you are.
Celissa, it is your turn.
All right. How tall are the hedges?
Like hip height, you could probably dive over one with a decent enough roll. And it wouldn't have to be a very high, it wouldn't have to be a very high roll, but you would provoke in doing so.
I'm still in Sanctuary, so
Yeah.
hopefully that'll help.
And technically, only one of them would get to attack you because only one of them is free for their actions this round. Or no, they both had attack. closest, right? But one of them is slowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they both had attack the closest.
they both had attack the closest for their confusion, but one of them failed their will save to attack you, and the other one is slowed.
But the
so
attack action was lost, which means
that's what I'm saying.
Attempt it.
That's what I'm saying. The one that's here failed his will save, so he doesn't get to make an attack on you because he lost his. Well, no, he would still get an attack of opportunity. He just lost it on that turn. This one, however, is slow, so he does not get his attack of opportunity.
Gotcha.
So if you want to do it, you would only get one attack of opportunity against you.
And this is let me see. And this is Tim over here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Way so far away.
He's not far away when I have haste on.
True.
He's not far away even without haste.
Oh, you're gonna try to go between them, like dive between them.
I think that's gonna be the dive this hedge right here.
All right, Celissa the badass priestess diving over hedgerows.
Yeah,
Here it comes. Save the day.
I'm a healer. That's what I do. I'm trying to debate on if I don't have acrobatics, so
Go.
probably not a good idea.
You got
Dive
this.
directly into it. Just
You
right
need
into
to
the
have
bush.
faith. You need to have faith.
So yeah, again, I'll let you use acrobatics, your actual jump skill, or a straight dex roll if you don't have either of those.
Jump skill's not on here.
Acrobatics jump. It falls under acrobatics, but sometimes you get a modifier. So if you have acrobatics or athletics, I forget which things these sheets have on them. So yeah, acrobatics would be what it would be under, unless you have modifiers that give you bonuses to your jump. So if you have acrobatics, you can use acrobatics, or you can use just your straight dex roll.
This just seems like a bad idea.
So are we going to start with you're going to try it?
It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna make this.
Okay. So I could go backwards, and then it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean, you're going to attack an
make it to
opportunity
him
either
then.
way.
Yeah. I wouldn't make it to him if I attempted it a different way. I
No,
could
but-
either channel energy and heal him, or I can be a badass and try and jump the hedge, tuck and roll like some weirdo, and like, bing, heal.
So, out
It's
of curiosity,
12:30, so it's the moment for heroes.
could you channel energy from inside the bush upside down?
That is true.
Because this is just a move. I'm pretty sure this could happen. So I think you're good either way.
I can channel energy from where I'm at right now and
Yeah.
heal everybody.
That's what I'm
But
thinking.
what he's saying,
You're
is
safe. I think you're safe.
so what he's saying is
To
if you want to
attempt it,
attempt it
even
and
if it-
fail, you can
Yeah.
still channel energy.
Yeah, Plan
Yeah.
B will still work.
Okay.
All
Badass.
right, so,
Thank
so
you.
you're going to try it?
Let's do it.
Hey,
Alright,
we're
so let's
gonna
do
do
the-
it.
Let's do the attack of
Gotta do it.
opportunity
This is-
first.
Jump in
So-
the hedge.
So we'll say
They
to
have
see if he
this.
can do the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Which
With
he
the negative one
passes.
still.
He passes. He rolled an 18 on the die, and they have a bonus. So he
Okay.
passes his attack of opportunity.
Okay.
See how much damage he does to you.
What? Wait. How much damage? Or
Oh, sorry.
he
no,
still
no,
has to
sorry,
break my
that was,
AC.
he still has to actually do the attack. That's right. I jumped ahead. And he's gonna miss the actual attack, so you're fine. So yeah, so now you make your dex check to see if you see if you jump the hedge roll.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, that's not a healthy jump.
What bonuses do you get from bless and haste?
Oh, I didn't get a +1 from haste. Well, wait. What's haste do? Give me a
haste is
non-skills?
attack, dodge, reflex.
Attached artery. Okay.
no.
So no. So
I put
but
my
you
+1
included your
from
bless.
the prayer already.
Okay. So yeah, you
Attempt
You're
it.
like, all right. You're like, all right. I'm gonna do this, and you like run and you dive, and you basically just belly flop onto the bush. And you're like laying there. It's a pretty dense bush. You're like slowly sinking into it. But before you sink all the way in, you can still channel your energy.
Well, that's okay.
Her hand is just barely outside the bush. Just
It's like that
glowing.
Homer Simpson, that thing of Homer Simpson just like melding into the bush.
Oh yeah.
There we go. I'm in the bushes, which gives me concealment then, right?
It does.
And then you can still channel energy if you'd like,
Okay.
which Tim, I'm sure,
verifying
would
my
greatly
channel, I think.
appreciate.
Oh, shoot. There you go.
Oh yeah.
All good, guys. Get 19 health back.
There you go.
If you were down health. Because everybody's within range. I think everybody's within range, especially now that I've, jumped
Move
into the
forward a
bush.
little bit. Just diving into hedgerows. So, all right, everybody gets 19 health back. There you go.
I'm back and full.
Becky,
Anybody that was hurt?
Becky, it's your turn. She's mumbling stuff in your ear. Both of these gargoyles are trying to bite your head off.
I managed to get her head bit twice or attacked twice. So mind you,
Yeah.
that's just pure skill. If I let go, can I let go because I'm tussling around with her into Kylar space and then 5-foot shift, next to Halvar? Okay,
So wait, you're wanting to do what? Throw her into Kylar's space?
No. If I'm tussling with her in her square, can I let go of her? Kind of roll into Kylar space and use my 5-foot shift to get next to Halvar, so I'm not being attacked by 2 people.
Not really how that would work.
Damn it!
Good try though.
You could let her go and roll 5-foot shift one direction, and being prone, you could very momentarily share a space with Kylar, but Kylar would be forced to move on his turn.
No, so I mean, I don't know. Can you guys fucking kill her or not?
I got high hopes on Kylar here.
I just said, why is the tank doing all the attacking?
The longer you have her pinned, the more sneak attack he gets.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, you know what? Okay. While I'm here, fuck it. We're gonna stick with this goddamn plan. I'm back at full health. I'm gonna at least try and wrestle her ring out of her hand, because that's the entire purpose of this, was to get the fucking ring. I mean, I'm pretty strong. I think I could take her in a strength check.
Alright, so you're just gonna try. I mean, her arms are pinned right now. So
Yeah,
she can't get her attacks off with her weapons. You can probably pry the weapons out of her hands, so you would have to make an opposed strength roll.
Fuck yeah, I can do strength rolls.
I mean, probably against her. She's not a very strong person. Don't roll a 1. Actually, just don't roll a 1.
17.
Okay. So yeah, you wrench as your move action, you wrench one of the daggers out of her hand, out of the hand that she has the ring on. So make a dexterity check, because you're trying to be precise and just rip a ring off of her finger. Okay, and you are able to pull the ring off of her finger. It feels warm to your hand. And it feels like even after it comes off of her finger, it feels like it's getting warmer. The temperature is rising
Can I just release her after this, or no?
I mean, if you would like to just release the grapple, you can, yes.
Then no. Actually, no. I'm hold on, lose one more, so gonna stab in and hopefully kill her.
All right. So,
Okay.
Kylar, it is your turn
Stick
then.
with this plan.
I kind of reached my pocket. I can still feel the ring getting warmer, or has it
Yep.
after seeing Becky?
It's still getting hotter.
Okay.
Like you can feel it through the breeches that you're wearing. Like it is getting warmer against your leg as seconds go by.
I'm gonna kill the bitch. I don't care about the ring.
Okay. If I get the chance, I want to shoot the ring on that fucking arrow. Get as far as away.
29 will hit.
I'm pretty sure
that a
that's a
crit?
crit on your short sword.
Is that a crit?
Short
is it?
swords
I
are
thought it
19
was-
to 20. I
Oh
thought.
yeah, 19, 20. Yeah.
So roll to confirm.
Ah!
That does not confirm, but you get your sneak attack damage.
20 for sneak.
Did you add your
Okay.
+1?
I didn't get
no,
any
you're not.
bonus. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. She falls unconscious, bleeding. She is in the process of bleeding out. The gargoyles and both of the goons fall to dust.
Oh, thank God I did this. Woo!
The rings
So we're out of
are
combat?
yes. The rings
I'm
are
gonna
the
quickly
rings.
roll out of the bushes like nobody saw that.
The rings are still getting hotter.
Okay, since we're out of combat and she's bleeding out, I'm gonna basically just book it since I know I have one.
Why don't you just put the ring in a bag?
Wait. From my understanding, is my understanding correct? If I were to shoot the ring in the opposite direction of Kylar,
Oh no,
explosion would happen.
Halavar's right. Halavar's right. Tim,
Just
give me
put
the
it in
bag.
haversack.
And
There you go.
I'll run over to I'll run over to Tim. I'll take the ring I have and put it in the haversack to where it like disappears into Star Trek: The Next Dimension.
I thought you had your own haversack.
Do I? I don't
I have an
think I
efficient
do.
quiver. Isn't that somewhat similar?
I'm pretty sure Tim's got two. I think he's got his original one. He kept all his wands in, and then he had the
Oh,
ultra
that's
special.
right. Tim had
Tim
had
has,
both of them. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Tim has both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would have, when we were experimenting at the Thieves Guild, I would have swapped everything over to use the alternate
Yeah.
one
The newer, fancier
as
one.
my primary. Yeah. So
Okay.
a regular haversack is what I'd give you for that.
Okay. Grab the bag
Alright.
and take the ring out of my pocket. Toss it in there.
Kylar. High or low?
Hi.
Okay. 91%. You managed to get it into the bag before anything happens. And the ring that Becky is holding instantly just goes stone cold. Like it was never warm at all.
Do you guys voice this?
No.
You see Tim just like hauling ass across the yard, like holding a ring out and like stuff it in a haversack. But that's pretty much all that you see at the moment.
But we were sensing the alignment.
Yeah. Does
That
the
means
alignment
there's a
shift?
third one on the property, or
Does the,
third one
yeah.
close by.
And does the alignment
Maybe.
shift stop?
The
Wait,
alignment
is there
shift stops
chaos?
as well. No,
Was
it's
it
just
Just evil.
just a very small amount of evil. A very, very small amount of evil that was
Does
building.
Becky even
It
notice
takes
the
3 active rings to do that, guys.
Yeah, I
We've
understand
got
that.
eyes on 2 or control 2 currently. There's a third one within 100 feet of us right now.
Just in the
It's-
building.
We're going inside.
Yep.
Maybe.
Which has to mean that it's inside that building.
What is this building that's over here?
The barn?
This is a
Okay.
stable.
Okay.
Digital DM, thank you very much for that auto host. Viewers, welcome to Ironwood Tavern. Unfortunately, we are just about to wrap up for the night. We finished our combat. We're going to leave the exploring of the buildings for next time, as we are already over our time for the evening and some of us have to get up. quite early in the morning, and for some of us, it's already quite earlier in the morning. Talking about
it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's what
It's like
that's
normal
what I'm
for
saying.
Angel.
That's
Angel's
what I'm
like,
saying.
this is like my normal time.
This is the baby's normal block strike or spin kick
Right.
hour.
I gotta be up at 6 a.m. for work.
Yeah, and
Ew.
I have to be up early because Mirza's thing got shifted to being a morning breakfast instead of the DIY thing or before the DIY thing. So they're having a very early breakfast, so she's got to get up super early as well, which means I've got to get up super early as well because Emma's going to need tending to. And I normally get my sleep in day on Saturday. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap there for tonight. I will just save the map in its current condition. We will do the house exploration stuff later that you guys want to do. Bob, congratulations on beating that mob with 6 hit points left. Join that stream legends. So guys, how was I know we ran over, but session wise, how do you guys feel about what transpired tonight?
So glad that worked.
I'm glad that Becky did such a good job. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel and have felt the whole time that my damage has not been where I wanted it to be. It's not the type of character I usually play.
It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm attempting to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Getting out there and let everyone swing on me. But yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, next one, man, it's all attack characters.
I'm telling you, like I said, it was put to me that I had to play a lawful good, and going with that, I felt like Paladin was the way to go. Yeah, not my style of character, but
No, it's fine. I'm just glad we killed it in time.
me too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was like,
So yeah,
Glad
got
it
it. I'm
worked.
gonna die.
But I do enjoy the role play. I'm having a good time with that. Definitely glad that we had all this planned out so that we didn't get blown up by the ring. That we talked all this through before we
Or
came out
blown
here
up
and
by
did
the
it.
Becky's arrows.
That's just kind of like a given. Honestly, that's why I have a lot of hit points, and
Wait, I mean,
kind of a given.
I
why
did
you
a
have
fair
a
amount of
pocket controller.
damage without actually attacking. I'm just saying, without actually
This is true.
attacking,
This is true.
This is
I'm gonna have to look at the Discord. That way, I can know what this spinning move actually looked like.
wrestling move actually
So
look like.
yeah, I'll look at it once we get out of here.
I had a plan, because I was hoping everyone let me use my free hand to cast a spell, but no. I mean, the original plan was rocket jump over, but I mean, you
the
were
camera's completely frozen, Ben. At least it looks that way.
It
for me.
has been for quite a while.
For a while, so it's just a picture of your.
I thought that
face
was just me.
sitting there deep in thought.
So, what's the
With a little bit of blur.
what's the bone ring do? Because we know what the obsidian one did. We know what Kylar's does. What's the bone one do? So let's see what the notes say.
The
Let me pull
straight
up
up,
my notes.
the straight up
The
bone ring.
stark white bone ring is protection. We think.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
according to the notes.
Okay.
So, in the sake of the name of time, Paul, what do you? Did you just take a freeze frame picture to leave your picture there?
No, I have no idea what just happened.
Your camera froze as well. Skype's good.
Yeah,
Skype's
Skype
on
just-
on the
On the
freak out at the moment.
Yeah, Skype just crashed on me.
So
Skype is saying it's 3 a.m., guys.
Yeah.
go to fuck to bed. So, in the sake of the name of time, I will briefly one more time go ahead and mention that we passed our 200 follower giveaway. So for those of you who were not here at the beginning of the stream, I want to point out that we passed our 200 follower giveaway. So we're gonna be doing a giveaway shortly. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get a really nice premium set of dice if I can find one. They're not super crazy expensive. I'm going to get a set of all metal cast dice, and we will be doing a giveaway at the end of one of our D&D streams coming up. I'm going to get the dice, take some pictures, officially announce it on Twitter so that people know. But if you are a follower of this channel, and you have spent at least a decent amount, a small amount of time in the channel, you will be eligible for the giveaway. We'll be hosting it. I'm going to make it cost like 25 or 50 gold, something like that, out of my in-chat currency. So you'll just have to be a follower and have spent a little bit of time in here, so you're not just following for the giveaway. So if you enjoyed what you guys saw tonight, if you enjoyed hanging out with us, if you think you might want to come back, hit that follow button. It also gets you some time, a chance to be in the giveaway that's going to be coming up, because we'll be doing that giveaway for the set of dice. I am limiting it to U.S. residents, maybe Canada or Mexico, depending on the shipping stuff. I have to look into that, but not across the pond. But it's going to be a nice set of dice that I do for this first giveaway, and then I'll figure out something a little bit better for our 500 follower giveaway. But guys, thank you guys for being here. Players, thank you very much for playing tonight. I know we ran over by quite a bit, and I do apologize for that, but combat sometimes can take a little while when you have a lot of things going on. So, any final thoughts from you guys?
That was like my favorite combat. Like, had a lot going on. It was pretty fun.
Alright. Well, like I said, in the name of time, we are going to go ahead and just kind of cut it short here. But again, thank you guys. Even if you don't smash that follow button, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I do hope to see you back in the future, because I love having you guys here. I appreciate every single one of you, and you guys are what makes streaming worth it. So, thank you very much for that. Bob, thanks for hanging out. Shadzar, I think you took off, but if you're still there hanging in the wings, thanks for hanging out. Everybody else out there in the wings, thank you. Love you. We'll see you next time. I'm going to see if there's somebody that we want to go throw a quick host over to, so bear with me here just 1 second, and let's see who we might want to raid, if there's anybody online. And then we'll go do the thing. See you, Paul. Thank you very much. Have a great night, sir.
Night, everybody.
Night, guys.
Who do we got live?
Jesse, I cannot wait for you to do a damaged character. The next one.
Like I said, I'm like honestly completely jealous of the Inquisitor, because like it just appeals to my min-max, you know, because they do a lot of damage.
Right.
But I've got kind of like a special thing in mind for next campaign. But there's, you know, some underlying stuff, so it should be fun. It's not going to be pure roleplay like this one. I really miss doing just obscene amounts of damage.
Yeah,
I really do.
I got an idea that should, you know, let me do some crazy stuff and allow me to put myself in the situation. But
Isn't that camera working? Well, I don't know why the camera's not working, but we're going to head on over to Alley Cats and say hello to her. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you very much. I love you. We're going to head on over there for that host. Love you guys. See you next time. Say hello to her. Throw her in that Ironwood Tavern raid to let her know where you're coming from. Thank you so much. Good night.